Good morning. It's Wednesday. We're excited. Curt, do you remember when we used to do Wacky Wednesday? I hated Wacky Wednesday.
Are you bringing that back today where we work out? Hey, it's funny that you and I are on the same kind of wavelength because that's how I started the description.
Yeah.
I didn't say Wacky Wednesday. I said it's Wednesday, but then I said we have a lot of energy because we went and worked out this morning.
We did. Do you feel better? Do you feel good?
I feel amazing.
Wow. Curt, do you think that working out is about to become a lifestyle change for you starting today?
No.
Why not? What is it about it that's like hindering you?
Because there's no reward.
Curt, there's a reward. The feeling that you have right now, is that not enough?
No, it's not enough. I'd still rather eat Cheetos and play video games. Getting up at 4:30 in the morning is a little tough. I need some extra, more energy.
You know, you may be mad at me. I woke up at 4:50, so I had like 20 extra minutes of sleep. Does that make you upset? That slurp.
Yes. Yes, it does.
So, yeah, we were working out this morning. We had a great time. Good morning to you. Let us know, what do you have going on today? We're excited. There's a lot of fun stuff happening. If you're watching on Channel 46, we appreciate you. Shout out to all of our partners and sponsors that make this show possible, including Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, our good friends at Furniture Zone. Curt is rocking that koozie. Show them what you got, Curt. It's keeping that drink extra cold.
Oh, it's definitely good. Thank you, Furniture Zone, for partnering with KHEA Radio. And thank you, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, for supplying our coldness and our energy drinks.
And our lunch and our furniture. Just pretty much everything. Like, what else do you need? Furniture? Check. Food?
Check.
And we're good to go. So we got 20 seconds. We're going to keep spreading some positivity this morning. But, yeah, again, thank you to all of our partners who help make this possible so we can continue spreading the love here on a Wednesday morning. We are streaming live on Facebook. If you're watching on there, what's up? Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It's 8:45 a.m. I am excited. We went and had a workout this morning over in Leak City. It was fun. It was good, and I'm feeling great. You know, you had a reward. You've been mentioning, like, what's the reward in working out, right?
Right. Because when you eat a Cheeto, it feels good in your mouth, right? Like, it just tastes good. Like, it gets those taste buds rolling.
Yeah, and after you worked out, what did you have?
The shake.
You did have the
shake. I had to think about that for a little bit. What did I eat?
I didn't know if you were sincerely, like, holding out that long.
The shake.
Wow.
It was a thin mint chocolate shake.
Was it good?
It was delicious.
Man.
It tasted just like it used to taste when I used to work out.
Man, that's nice. I'm pretty bummed out because I wasn't able to have any because I'm doing intermittent fasting right now. But they gave me some powder and said, here's what you do. Take this. You know, at 1 o'clock I can eat. And I brought some lunch this morning. I prepared this morning so I have something to eat at 1 o'clock. But, hey, if you are hanging out with us and you're just joining, thank you so much. Good morning, Robin. Shout out to Axe Masters again. You know, speaking of Axe Masters, I'm so excited for the Talk of Taco Cook-Off because they're going to be out there with their mobile axe throwing unit. They're also going to have a team entered in the Taco Cook-Off. It's October 12th. Mark your calendar. This is something you don't want to miss. I promise you it's going to be maybe the best day of all of our lives.
Yeah, when you have tacos, nothing can get better. Can we talk really fast? While we're on the subject of tacos, and you're going to go and check out talkoftaco.com.
Of course, yeah.
Can we talk about the article that you posted last night on KHEA Radio about Taco John's, my good friends at Taco John's, where West Mex is a thing?
Curt, pull up their info. Let's give them a call and see how good of a friend that they are, and we'll go off the FM for this.
They probably won't answer the phone.
We can do that later.
But,
you know, instead of going off the FM, I'm going to have to adjust and remember that we are live on TV right now. So just because we are on Facebook and we go off the FM, it keeps going on channel 46.2.
I don't understand why we just don't stay on the FM because the entire time.
At this time, we have no delay, and you get up and walk out of the studio like at will.
Sometimes.
Just all the time, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to go walk around. And then I see you like pacing back and forth. And I'm like, what's he doing? What are you doing out there? I don't know. Because I'm in here hanging out with my really good friends.
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Pierre. How are you? We saw your Chick-fil-A video that dropped yesterday. It looked good.
Well, I think I have seen that video before inside of one of the on-air with Pierre's. So shout out to League City Town Center, Chick-fil-A. Shout out to On Air with Pierre. And our good friend Anthony Macaluso. We had dropped a video. And my favorite thing about that was how it was Henry. Henry commented on there, and I've known Henry for years. He's like, man, he looks like he may beat me up if I don't buy a house.
I feel like that could be a thing. Like, we've talked about this before, like the characters on Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah.
Shout out to Booker T. But, like, carrying a little sledgehammer around
I'm the
with
realtor,
you,
baby. Let's go.
And then you flip it up over your shoulder, and you're like, so you can buy this house or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, just intimidate them to buy the house and be like, I'm helping you. Let's go.
That's maybe not good business tactics, but Anthony is awesome. He is very nice. He's a genuine guy, and he supports local cool things going on in the community.
See, I feel like these ideas that I have, they're great ideas that can be turned into videos.
He's down. We can do that. We should make a parody. Hey, did he? We tried calling you, Anthony, yesterday. Maybe we can connect today.
He said he was busy yesterday. We're going to connect with him today
Yes.
as well. So maybe we'll talk that into existence where he has to go and go from there.
He said, I mean, we can start something new. That's from Anthony. Like, why not? Like, why not? Whenever it comes to real estate, I feel like there's a lot to offer. There's always new development. There's always houses that need to be bought and sold, or people need to upsize or downsize and move into different parts of town. There's all kinds of stuff, right?
Right.
And so I love learning about real estate. Anthony Macaluso, he is a realtor with Realty Solutions, and he is a partner of KHEA Radio. Thank you, Anthony, for partnering with KHEA. We dropped that video on our Facebook yesterday at one of his properties over in, I believe it was Shore Acres. So if you're looking to purchase a home, maybe move, feel free to reach out to Anthony. And I almost have his phone number memorized because I remember typing it in, seeing it in the back of the truck, but I'm not going to butcher it. I don't want to, just in case.
Hey, by the way, speaking of videos, I had this awesome idea yesterday, and if you guys steal this, if you guys are listening on 99.5 FM, or if you're listening on KHEA Radio, if you steal this, I'm copywriting this, and then I got to get into some ideas.
You just have to say copyright.
It's copyright.
I remember on MySpace, you just put a C in like parentheses, and that was the code to do a copyright.
Copyright,
but
right?
So do that.
This is copyrighted, but I want to do one where you're like gassing up at the gas station, because here's the funny thing about gas stations, right? You put in your card. You don't know because you don't drive, Eldridge, but you put in your card, and then there's like 8 million questions that they ask you. They're like, do you want a car wash?
Your birthday,
your zip code. Do you want to join this rewards program? Are you sure you don't want to join this rewards program? No, I do not. Like, and then all of a sudden, then I finally get to pump my gas, right? So the idea is to do this video about how difficult it is to pump your gas, but it's easy to listen to KHEA Radio.
Well, I think it depends on what your IQ is. I saw Jamie was tuned in.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go.
Jamie got down to the nitty-gritty of this. So pumping gas for some like Eldridge may be fine. Our intern Eldridge, I'm sure he's probably great at pumping gas. And then there's people like Curt with the 83 IQ that has been scientifically proven through tests and research.
I just hate pushing buttons.
It's like, how do I lift up my head?
But then I was like thinking, how cool would it be like you could take that like gas station approach and then find other approaches. So it might be like filing for bankruptcy is hard.
Oh, man.
But listening to KHEA Radio is easy.
Well, okay. I do like the approach of taking something negative that maybe has a bad connotation. But even if you have that going, like something negative in your life, don't let that define you.
No.
So like, don't let bankruptcy. So it's like, okay, yeah, there's something bad, but guess what? Here's something good. Something good.
Flipping a cheeseburger might be hard, but listening to KHEA Radio, it's easy.
Well, we're going to have to go through this idea and comb through it and maybe refine it. But I understand and I like where it's going.
Okay, so going back, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about with Talk of Taco and the Taco Tuesday with Taco John's, right? I saw today on Twitter that the Ohio State University is trademarking the word the.
Oh, my God.
Because they're going to roll out like some sort of like campaign that says the. And I was just like, oh, man, somebody should have been thinking of this like 10 years ago where they would have trademarked the word "the."
Hey.
So then I started to
I'm
think.
trademarking the alphabet.
Then I started to think, okay.
Eldridge, start researching what that takes.
We need to trademark KHEA now before somebody else does and then sends us like a cease and desist. And we're like, we can't really stop being KHEA because the government told us we had to be.
Well, I think the government would hopefully have our back unless they're like, you know what, guys? They got you. Like, I'm sorry.
Can you imagine if we sent a cease and desist to KHEA, the rapper? Be like, stop using our name. We have it trademarked.
Technically, if we trademarked it, I think you can do that. Unless, because that's not his real name. Maybe it is. Like, his mom was like, oh, KHEA, you know? He's going to be a rapper. Trap styley. So...
So, yeah, those are things that are brewing in my head as ideas today.
If you're ever wondering what goes on in Kurt's head, yeah, you're probably not going to wonder that anymore. It's a scary place. It's 8:53 a.m. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Kickstart's going to be on till 11 today. We're excited to hang out with you and have this opportunity. We were working out this morning. Last night we were posting articles about tacos. Life comes at you quick. You got to be able to adjust. But if you want to learn about our Talk of Taco cook-off, and how you can get involved, go to talkoftaco.com. And I'm not going to lie. When I saw that article and I realized that out of all places that have a copyright for Taco Tuesday, it's Taco John's, I was a little upset.
A little bit upset.
Right?
Right.
I feel like, well, they got on it first, but it said they've had it copyrighted for like 30 years.
Really?
That's nuts.
So, like, when LeBron James is saying Taco Tuesday.
They could send a cease and desist if they wanted, I guess. But are you not allowed, if somebody has something copyrighted, like I'm not allowed to say just do it because Nike has that copyrighted?
So it comes back to this, and if you guys are listening on KHEA, oh my gosh, Pierre, if you do.
Pierre's changing his name on air with KHEA.
I had a great way to go with this, but now I don't. But, okay. So March Madness, right? We're probably going to get a cease and desist for this. But you can't say the word because of the trademark that CBS has on that word. So, like, if I was going to make it like...
In a promotion, in a video, or something where you are promoting something, right?
Or when we were on the news, we couldn't call it March Madness. I mean, because of... Can we mute my mic every time I start to say March Madness? It's a lot easier to do that.
I would love to mute your mic any given opportunity that I have.
But that's the difference. You know, like that's... You know, you can't say those things or do those things because of copyright laws.
If I had something that people thought of me, like March Madness, I think of college basketball, NCAA basketball, right?
Right.
I would want as many people to say it as possible. Taco Tuesday, I don't think of Taco John's. So I could see them getting mad if somebody else is saying, like, hey, it's Taco Tuesday, because you don't think of Taco John's when you think of Taco Tuesday. You think of any other taco place in the entire world. But, like, let's say if we wanted to copyright community and positivity, if somebody doesn't have that copywritten, that would make sense, because they'd think like, oh, that's what KHEA says.
Right. Here's the difference. And maybe it's different for the news organizations. So the news organizations that aren't CBS, right, are getting money or finances from their partners or commercials or and stuff like that. And they're getting viewers because of those stories, right? So when you say that, CBS or whoever owns the March rights, right, isn't getting that compensation for it. And so that's where it comes down to. It's the same thing if you were taking a song, right? When we make a video, we use non-copyrighted music.
Or you have to pay to license to use a song.
Pay to license it because somebody took the time to market and produce that content. So it's the same thing with video. If you go and use our videos, we did the work. And so it's words, promotions, videos, music, it all kind of ties in together.
Yeah. In college, I took a copyright and it was like a law class, and it was pretty interesting. And that's whenever I was like, hey, it would be fun to be a lawyer. Then I researched, hey, it's hard to go through everything it takes to be a lawyer. It takes a lot of time, but it's very interesting. And it's good to obviously be on the right side of the law. If you don't know, then, you may be guilty of using copywritten music. You may be guilty of using video that you haven't licensed to use. And that was the first place in school when I was doing some projects with videos. where I had to realize that, and we were building like websites and stuff, and I had to go use images that were not copywritten or licensed to use it or use your own.
Same thing with like anytime we were doing stuff for the news and you go to like YouTube or you go to Google Images, you need to either cite that and get permission to use it. So I remember that as like one of the classes that we had to go and like send a request to use an image in a video, and it was kind of intriguing. And if they said no, you can't.
Yeah, and that's not fun. That's not fun. No one wants to like just be like, hey, send a request. Can I please use this? You know, I remember it being, I mean, it would be a meme now, I think, but, you know, back in the 90s, I remember before basketball games, it was like NBA on NBC. This is a copywritten product, you know, without written consent of, you know, the NBA and all their part. And, you know, that, and I saw that. I'm like, I don't know what that means, or I don't care, you know, but it's a big deal.
Same thing. I think they still do that on the NFL, like for like CBS or, you know, NBC. They always have that at the front. This video is exclusive to the NFL. And if you don't like it, then too bad.
It still is.
So we say all this to say, hey, it's easy to listen to KHEA.
Sure. Hey, good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Paul. And our good friend, Pierre. He said he's trademarking as we speak. You know, that's fine, Pierre. We still love you.
You can't, I mean.
Pierre's so cool. I want to be Pierre whenever I grow up. You think that's possible?
Are you trying to butter him up so he doesn't trademark?
No.
A little bit.
I saw Pierre. And I want to hear him perform because I know he's been involved in like some musicals and stuff. But I saw on his Snapchat the other day that he was performing. It was like Typhoon, Texas.
Okay.
Which is a water park or something like that. But there was like Salsa Sundays, and he was up there tearing it up, like dancing. You know, there was like a whole band playing like salsa music, and he's singing. Did you see any of that? Do you follow Pierre on Snap?
No, I don't think we're friends like that.
Well, me and Pierre, like, yeah, come on, dude. Follow him on Snapchat to find out everything that he has going on.
I did deny Paul from Southern Sassy Boy. Like, it came up as a request to follow him on Snap. I don't know if it was actually him or not, but the number that I put in my phone yesterday for Paul.
Why would you deny?
Well, I just hit the X.
Is it because we tried calling him yesterday?
He did. We talked to him, and we're scheduled to go film on
Friday.
And I saw that they just got brand new shirts at Southern Sassy Boy.
And more, vinyl and more.
Vinyl and more.
Here's the thing. If I was producing T-shirts and designs like every day, I would be tempted to wear a new shirt every day. It would just be hard. Like, I don't know how I'd make any money because I'd be like, well, one shirt, throw that one away, new one, new design, new shirt every day.
I try to change up my shirts every day, but my closet isn't that big.
The way my closet's set up is I just end up wearing the exact same 2 outfits.
And the shirts that fit 2 days ago don't fit anymore, so.
It's weird how that works.
It's funny. Hey, I took my measurements this morning. Speaking of working out, I took my measurements this morning, and it was awesome because without working out for almost a year, all my measurements were almost the same, but not really the same.
Well, you were 10 pounds heavier. Your visceral fat went up about like 5% or so.
4?
So all
the fat is around my organs. Let's go.
But think about this, and I don't know if this is the way it works.
Okay.
But every day, if you eat excess, more than your body needs, so like you've gained 10 pounds in a year, does that mean from today till next year you'd gain another 10 pounds?
But I feel like at some point you level off. Like, that's the weight that you're going to carry around.
Okay.
I'm not an expert. I only have an 83 IQ, but that's it.
Well, no, the way it works, and I'm telling you, well, your metabolism changes based on other stuff. You know, age is one of the factors. But if let's say that you need 2,000 calories, which is what most of like boxes and everything is like, oh, it's based on a 2,000 calorie diet. But if you eat, you know, 2,600 calories every day, and your body and the activity that you're doing only needs 2,000, then you will slowly gain weight, I think, forever.
Really?
Yeah. And that's okay.
I need to rethink this reward system.
Yeah. I don't know. It's 9:02. We're going to take a quick break on the FM, keep it going on television, and keep it going on our Facebook stream. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
Abundant Life Christian School is now enrolling for the 2019-20.
Abundant Life Christian School is now enrolling.
I don't know why we don't play some of those spots. A variety of instructional techniques.
It's because you could say it now live to the people.
For every student. The campus of AL.
So there's one spot that we recorded, and I crack up every time I hear it. And my wife is like, really? Like if I'm in the car, she's like, why are you laughing at yourself? But do you remember the one? And have you ever seen those commercials for the dump, like on TV? And it was like, the dump. We just got in 75 rugs from the Orient. Like, oh, it's like, it's hilarious.
Which one is it?
There's one that I recorded like that. And we recorded like
for the Abundant
spots.
Life.
Yeah, for Abundant Life Christmas
the crazy one. I laugh every time I hear it. And I'm like,
me too.
What is Gardy's voice doing?
I'm like, Abundant Life Christian School is now enrolling for the fall semester. Like, if you want to find out more information. Oh, man, because we recorded so many in a row. And I was like, I got to switch this up. And I think it's funny. Those dumb commercials are awesome. It makes me want to go buy a rug. Don't need a rug. I just want to buy all the rugs because it's such a great deal. So that's what I was hoping to portray in my voice so people understand Abundant Life Christian School and like how important this is. They'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to go right now.
So a little information about Abundant Life Christian School. It's located right here in Lamarck, Texas. It is a private Christian school. They offer enrollment from, I think they said 1 year old all the way up to 12th grade. So a large variety of kids can attend. There are enrollment packages. If you're interested, go check out abundantlifechristianschools.org.
abundantlifechristianschool.org. That's where I went. If you're wondering why I turned out the way I did, it's due to Abundant Life Christian School. I started going there in the 6th grade, and then I graduated all the way back in 2004. It was a simpler time. MySpace was around. I was still probably using dial-up internet. My friend had cable internet, and I remember going to his house to use it because he lived over, and it was like so fast. So we'd watch music videos. That's what we used the internet for. That's pretty much it.
I remember using the internet for LimeWire.
Well, yeah, that was a little bit later. Like maybe, I guess we were using LimeWire because I remember downloading like all the viruses on every computer that we had. We had a Gateway 2000. That was our first computer, desktop. A Gateway 2000, and then we upgraded to, I don't know, like Adele or something. But yeah,
Adele?
I remember that.
You upgraded to Adele.
The musician.
The musician.
Yeah.
LimeWire, man. Those
Bear
were the
Share.
days.
Do you remember Bear Share?
I never used Bear Share. LimeWire was the only thing I used, and you downloaded the song, and you never knew what you were going to get.
It was probably a bad file.
And it had all sorts of viruses. Can you imagine how many computers were destroyed because of LimeWire?
It's like our families alone, like mine and yours. Yeah.
Napster. Do you remember Napster?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Copyright issues.
Oh.
We're coming back to it.
Well, that was the beginning of the end, and then like file sharing, peer-to-peer, there's still a lot of stuff that goes on. Do you ever see those ads on Facebook, and it's like, if you know anybody that is using illegally downloaded, software at a business, report them. Have you seen any of that?
No.
And at the movies, they used to show a commercial, at least over here, maybe you've seen this, where it's like, downloading illegal music. It's you wouldn't download a car, or like, and I remember talking to my friends, they're like, if I could, yeah, I'd thinking download a car. Like, why wouldn't I download a car? That sounds like the best idea ever. I could download the blueprints and print one. If we could print one now with our 3D printers, of course I'd download a car. But I wouldn't steal music.
Right. And here's the cool part about like all of that. Well, it's not really a cool part, but we save so much money, as a little kid.
Oh, just getting off of music for free.
I didn't have that kind of money.
Well, I don't know if it was actually illegal back then, because after Napster, then it was like the copyright issues, because it's like, well, I bought it, but I'm sharing my music. Am I not allowed to, share music with my friend?
Well, here's what did happen, and this I was kind of transitioning to that a little bit. They dinged a whole bunch because of LimeWire. Mm-hmm. This was at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Because you're using the university's system, right? The government came in and dinged all of these students who were using LimeWire and fined them like $15,000 each.
Yeah.
It was like 300 students that they dinged for this.
Wow. It's like, well, I can't pay my student loans and I can't go to college anymore. I'm going to give it to the FCC and
out of
these copyrights.
all of the people to attack,
gotcha.
College students.
That happens. You live and you learn.
Good morning, Amy.
There's a lot of different things that happen, and then you're like, okay, well, yeah, maybe that's not the best way. But what a simpler time. The desktop computer. I remember getting my first laptop. It was a Mac. I was stoked. It was right before I moved to Nashville, and it was like the white MacBook, had the rounded edges. I still have it.
Really?
Yeah, and that's whenever I was open to GarageBand. And being a musician, man, in my bedroom, it was like if I wasn't playing, what's funny?
I was just thinking of GarageBand and being in high school. I think I was a senior in high school. I created this like
Is that
song.
07?
Yes, I created this song, and I thought it was the cool song, and it was just like from the templates or whatever that they give you, and I just like mashed them up. And I remember like bringing it on a CD to the weight room and being like, "Hey, coach, I made this. Can we listen to it?"
As a senior.
And it was like garbage. And I was just like looking back at it now, it was garbage. But I remember being so proud. And I'm sure the Coach Truex, was just like, this kid, he's a nerd.
Wow. How did everybody else react to your song?
No one else heard it because I just showed it to him.
Oh, that's
Thank
funny.
goodness, because I was like, this is so good. And I could just sit and going like, uh-huh. And then I can think my brother was really into rap music as like a little high school kid. And I can just imagine my reaction to his music was the same reaction that the coach had when I played mine. No, it all makes sense now.
Wow.
Yeah, you shouldn't go look at my brother's rap music.
He's a rapper?
He was bad. It was so bad.
But maybe it's good and you just don't know.
And he had this like afro, which was weird, like super big, and like he would comb it out.
Was he a SoundCloud rapper? Was he on SoundCloud?
They didn't have SoundCloud at this time, thank goodness.
So man, he's OG.
Thank goodness. Yeah, it was funny.
Tanya asked if we're doing a weight loss challenge.
No.
We currently are
Weight
not,
gain.
but I am down to do one.
No!
I'm down
Tanya,
for whatever.
you and I were friends, and then you bring this up.
I did, the 6-week challenge at the Iron Den is awesome. There will be a new In the Den dropping on Friday. I actually went and worked out after we went to Fit for You Nutrition. So I worked out.
Double workout.
And then I went and worked out at the Iron Den this morning, and it was awesome. So it was a double whammy this morning, but I feel good. Although I will say on the way to work, my eyes kind of started getting heavy. Like I was like, man, it's going to be a good day. That's what I kept on saying. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. So we're spreading some positivity this morning.
Hey, Dio just commented and he said, "Morning, guys. GarageBand and rap. Cool stuff."
Well, heck yeah. You know what? Dio's a DJ. Did you know that, right?
Dio is like, guys, come on. That's like amateur hour.
Yeah, Dio has like the vinyls and spinning. And if you need somebody to maybe do your event, you got to hit up Dio. DJ Dio.
Hey, speaking of Dio, we dropped a video this morning for the Texas City pump stations. So go check out our Facebook page. It is our featured video. What is the Texas City pump stations?
It's a great question. I grew up, in Lamarck. I grew up working in Texas City, like as a technician. So I drove up and down, I would pass that all the time. I think I even had to go to that location once for something. Actually, the animal place next door.
Right.
I never knew exactly how it worked, what it did. I just, there's a lot of stuff like plants and refineries and stuff. And so I was just like, oh, it's just another big piece of equipment. But what that does for the city of Texas City,
huge.
It's amazing. There's a lot of storms that would have been devastating to the area. You know what? So I Ubered home, and I didn't tell you this. Well, you knew I Ubered home, but I Ubered home from the pump station the other day.
Yeah.
And my Uber driver grew up in Texas City. She's from Galveston, lives in Texas City, has for years. Her house did take in some water from Harvey. And she said, yeah, all my neighbors were talking about the pumps. Are they on? Were they not on? All this stuff. And I didn't know what they were. And I was like, well, yeah, those are the pumps. And she's like, well, they were saying it wasn't. I was like, I promise you, they were here before. They were sleeping here. Those pumps were running. I said, here's the thing that people don't realize is all of the trash in the ditches, there's all this stuff that is holding it up because the water is gravity fed through the ditches to get to the pumps. And that's how it works. She was like, oh, so, there might have been stuff that we could have done. I was like, yeah, but that's just like the neighborhoods, like making sure your ditches are clean, picking up trash, debris, making sure your stuff is securely tied down like trampolines, that may go block the way the water flows by gravity to the ditches, to the pump station, into Moses Lake.
I'm thinking of this video that I saw because I went to their website on the Texas City Emergency Management page. I think yesterday on my phone, I just searched Texas City Emergency Management. And when I went, there was this video, and it was from 2010. It was a YouTube video. I don't think the city produced it. I think it was like a national one. And it was a guy who was sitting there, and he dropped something like a piece of trash as he was like washing the car or something. And the trash went down, and there was like a hello coming from the thing. And so he's like, what's down there? And it like grabs him and sucks him down, and he like goes through the drainage and then like out the other end at the pond. And it was like everything that you put in the sewer goes somewhere, you know? And I was like, that was a funny video.
It goes into Moses Lake, and then it goes into the bay. You know, I have noticed that in Texas City, like sometimes there will be signs and it says like, please don't dump trash, please don't dump oil down these drains. It flows into the bay, you know, and it does. And that makes a difference with us being like coastal towns in this area. It's going out there. And so you always have to make sure you pick up your stuff anyways. And so then it doesn't block the ditches. So that way our area can be protected from potential storms and floods and hurricanes and everything else.
Nice. So we are KHEA Radio. It is 9:13. We're going to have a fun packed show today. Coming up at 9:30, we're going to be talking real estate with our good friend Nicole. We saw her this morning at Get For You Nutrition. I want to say Get Fit For Nutrition or something like that because it's combined. But she's coming in to talk about real estate. And then at 10 o'clock, we're talking with the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce about local business. And I think they have a couple events that are coming up. And then another business that we've known as Naked Nutrition and Wellness is coming in, but they're now changing their name to...
I think it's Juice Jam Nutrition, which is really cool.
Guact.
Guact?
Guc'd.
So you think it's Guact Jam Nutrition?
Yeah, because that's what it says in the email. We're going to find all this out.
I'm going to say that I'm 99% positive that they pronounce it juiced jam.
Because it's JUC'd.
You know, I'm not going to argue this with you. We'll
find all that out at 10 o'clock. So you're going to want to tune in for that.
Yeah. There's something you brought up with Nicole this morning whenever she was at the workout, right?
Right.
And it's really cool. So she was a guest on our show 2018 in January.
Yes.
And she was one of the first people ever to support KHEA Radio because she believed in what we were doing. And maybe we'll break down and say, like, why? Why did you do that? You know, she took a chance. It probably doesn't make sense, you know, at all.
At that time, we only had like 300 likes on Facebook. We were still growing and still figuring stuff out. And she partnered with us, and you can partner with us now. We now have 10,000 likes on Facebook. We have thousands and thousands of views that tune in every single day. We broadcast live on TV, channel 46.2 in Houston. So we reach over 1 million people every day by just doing what we're doing on a daily basis. And you and I, we're starting a new blog. And I was thinking about how to start maybe my first blog. And I know there's a lot that I want to say.
Scary. It's a little soapbox. He's going to step on his credit card processing little box and just complain about how people overcharge and I have to spend $5. I have to put this in the gas pump.
Right.
I'm just waiting for your blogs.
But I was thinking of, why don't we start about who we are? Like what we do, why we do what we do. You know, you and I have talked about this a lot. Whether we have 2 people who are watching on Facebook, which we never really do, but if we had that, we would still go live on Facebook. If we have one person who watches our YouTube videos, we want to reach that one person.
Thank you for that one person watching
Right.
our YouTube videos. We appreciate you.
If we get more than that,
2.
we get 2. But we want to be everywhere and anywhere because there might be one person who needs some positivity. There might be somebody who today you needed a good laugh. There might be somebody today who wants a hot dog suit, video on their stream. Those are things that we love to do. And so I think that's where I'm going to go is that, hey, we want to be anywhere and everywhere. And it's because of people like Nicole who believed in us when we had 300 likes, when we were only getting 100 views on videos. Those people supported us because of the positivity. And now that I hear this all the time. Dio was one of those people from the Texas City Emergency Management who said, oh, you guys are on TV now. Like, don't forget us small people. And it kind of blows me away. And it's like, you guys are the foundation of our radio station. The listeners who are listening right now to my voice, you are the foundation. We're never going to forget you. And so if you feel...
What's my name?
Hadado.
Okay, here we go. It all starts now.
Okay, so then I just wanted to say, if you do support KHEA Radio, if you do like positivity, then go to our website, KHEAradio.com, and donate. Set up a monthly payment where you're helping us. The more that we're able to grow and do in the community, it's because of you guys. So you can become a partner even if you aren't a business owner. If you're just an average person tuning in, you can do so. Go to KHEAradio.com and click on donate. Set up a monthly payment and help us. $5 a month goes a long way to helping grow KHEA Radio.
Yeah, and we are very thankful. Yeah, reach out to us and let us know if there's anything that you have going on. We want to share about it. If there's anything that maybe you want us to reach out to somebody and talk about, let us know. But yeah, it's easy. If you want to partner with us, we'd love to partner with you as an individual, as a business. If you don't want to partner with us, there's different ways you can do that without using money. And that's one of the things that I love. We have people that do both, and we have amazing people and friends and family that listen and watch, and we love it. Whenever you share any post that we do, or just even people coming in and saying good morning, we consider you a partner of KHEA, spreading out any of the stuff that we post, resharing, inviting your friends to KHEA. You talk to somebody and say, hey, check these guys out, check this station out, check out, some of the stuff that they're talking about. We consider you a partner as well. So there's so many different ways. If you want to partner with money, if you want to partner with just being, a part of our family, Kurt's shooting up the heart hands,
the love,
and that's a big difference. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna be talking about real estate here at 9:30, but it's gonna be a good morning. I see Kelly Williams hanging out.
Kelly didn't show up this morning.
Was she supposed to?
Remember?
Oh, to work out. Oh, yeah, to work out. Yeah. She didn't say no. Yesterday when on the stream, she was like, come on, work out. And we're like, yeah, if you show up. But it's okay. She was busy. She was talking to a dentist, one of her partners with the Kelly Williams Show. And, if you have not heard of that, then go check it out. And also check out Riding the Wave with Angie and Kelly.
Which, by the way, they provided our bang this morning. Thank you, Riding the Wave with Angie and Kelly, for supplying our energy this morning.
Yep. And
and big shout out to Miss Joanne, who brings the coffee every morning.
Yeah. Woo! I'm on a coffee break currently. I'm trying something new. Just coffee. I got some water though, but it's all good. We
need Dio to write a video himself saying what he just said there. You guys are tied to the community. Thanks for all the hard work and dedication. This is Dio, and then DJ
Dio. And then at the end, it's download the KHEA radio app. Boom! 15 seconds, if that, 10-second video.
It's easy. You did say that just a little bit ago.
It's easier than being a DJ. Oh! And so, he's mixing, and it's he says that. Obviously, it's a warehouse. Lights are going off, and then he's and then everything stops. Download the KHEA app. It's easier than being a DJ. And then he goes back into it.
I love it. See, there's so many good things that we can do with this slogan. KHEA Radio. It's easy.
Then fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. Yeah, because if we start telling people that it's easy, it might lead to problems. Where they're like, oh, yeah, your job's easy. You can do it more. Work hard. Why aren't you guys working hard?
Why don't you work?
Why don't you work? I can just see it now.
So school's about to start. And so I was talking to Jeannie at the Iron Den this morning, and she has a son that is going into college. She's going to be attending San Jac Central. And I was like, oh, does he know what he wants to do? She's like, well, he doesn't know yet. But he is taking some general studies classes, kind of maybe business. And I was like, well, he has some time. It took me about 13 years off and on to finish school, no joke. To get a bachelor's degree, a 4-year degree, I went for a little bit, stopped, went for a little bit and stopped. And so it's just interesting to hear people's stories and see the journeys, because school's about to start for kindergarten and high school, everybody, and then, college as well. But did you know off the bat exactly what you wanted to do for the rest of your life whenever you were going to college?
No, actually, it's funny. As a junior in high school, I wanted to be a government teacher, a history teacher, so that I could coach football.
Of course.
Right?
Right.
Because if you teach government, then you have to coach football. You can't. They don't do anything else.
Mine
right?
did too. Yeah, my football coach was a government teacher, of course.
Right. That's all they are. Like football coaches are just history teachers because it's
Wow.
I went there. But then I changed my mind my senior year, and I wanted to do music education and speech education so that I could teach music and then also coach speech. That was what I went to college for. My first year, my first semester.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where in your life did you want to like play in the NFL? Because I know that had to have been like a real dream and
As
aspiration.
a 8th grader,
Okay, so
ninth grader.
8th grade, you're like NFL or bust, right? And then you're like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll be the government teacher so I can teach.
Actually, there's a school called the University of Nebraska Kearney. It's like the Division III school, right? I remember as like a freshman reaching out to the coach. Like I sent an email to the head football coach of UNK and be like, I'm a pretty good football player. I love playing football. Like
8th grade?
how can I get involved with the University of Nebraska Kearney? Do I need to send my reel? Like,
Did you have a reel?
no, but I was gonna say like I was.
Had you ever done any video at that point?
No, but it was so funny because I was like, that's what that's what you thought, right?
This was like 2002.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like everybody had a camera,
Or
in their pocket at this point.
I think I remember sending it from my grandma's computer.
Yes. Probably dial-up internet. The
The
best.
days. And so then after my first semester, I failed ear training for music. Like I was in the choir, I played piano. They wanted me to be like the accompaniment for like a song that this person had to sing at their recital. And I was like, guys, I've been playing for 11 years, but there is no way that I'm going to learn that song and be able to do that.
Was
And
it
they're
like Mary Had a Little Lamb?
No, it was like this really intense like vocal piece. And I was like, I don't even know how to begin to do this song. They're like, oh, just practice. I'm like, I don't want to practice. Practice? I don't need practice. So then after I failed ear training where they'd be like, here's this note. And you're like, I don't know that note. And they're like, well, if you sat in the ear training room, you would know. And I'm like, I don't want to. I want to go play video games. I'm a college student. That's what you're supposed to do. So then I switched to broadcasting. And that was what I stuck with. That's the story.
That is a good story.
There's a lot to that. Like, you do change your mind about 10 or 12 times before you graduate.
Yeah. So the only real time that I've kind of mentioned any of this in a segment on KHEA was whenever they did that 40 under 40 like interview, and they said, what did you want to be whenever you were growing up? I straight up wanted to be a rock star. Like, that was it. I was like, I want to play in a rock and roll band, and I want to play all over the world.
What
that
about
was
cross-stitching? Or what was it?
That was on the side.
Oh, so you'd be a rock star at night, during the day.
Making cloth.
Cross-stitching.
It's not cross-stitching. I made cloth dolls.
And
these are not just any cloth dolls. These are award-winning cloth dolls. I placed, dude, national competitions. In my sophomore year, I won first place in my cloth doll. He was a native,
I love it.
He was a Native American.
I love it.
So each year I made a theme one. But no, yeah, I did that because I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, and nobody else wanted to do it in these school competitions like nationals, right? So I was like, I'll do it. How hard can it be? Little did I know. It was pretty hard. So
do you think you could still do it?
Yeah, 100%. I made my own patterns. You know why? Because they were too small. Like, I don't have like really big hands, but I found that I have normal size hands for like a man. It's not like they're small like some of those like that Burger King commercial, but my hands are bigger than maybe the normal person sewing, right?
Right.
And so I had this pattern. So I made a cloth. Actually, I made a monkey at first, and then I found out in the rules you weren't allowed. It had to be a person. It wasn't allowed to be. So I have like a half-finished monkey somewhere because I was like, man. So I made a little guy, and so he was about this big, but it was so small and intricate, and I was just like, man, this is crazy. So I used my mom's sewing machine. Both my grandma sewed, my mom sewed. Apparently, it's in my DNA. You know what? So I found out some years later after this. It's not funny. My dad's dad, who passed away when my dad was like in junior high, right?
Right.
But he was his job field. He did upholstery. So he had, and that big sewing machine, they still have it, somewhere. But he would like upholster, furniture and car seats. He could do all that stuff. You can upholster whatever. You can cover it in anything. And so I was like, man. So my grandma sewed, my grandpa sewed, both, my other grandma sewed, my mom sewed, and then I didn't even know. I just thought it was funny, and something in me was like, I'm gonna try this. And so I made the tiny doll. It was hard. The next year I was like, I'm making my own pattern. So I made a cloth doll. I'm a little over 6 foot tall, and I made. He was probably, let me see. He's like this big. The next year, so I would say he's probably like 3.5 foot tall. So all of the other dolls on display are like these little bitty ones, itty bitty. And so I bust in here with my own pattern. You have to turn it in. So I made a pattern. I did it all. I made this giant doll, and I set it on the table, and he just like towered and boomed over every other doll there. And he ended up taking the thing, winning first place, rock and roll. And it was funny. I won first place in a national cloth doll making competition, making my own pattern with like zero experience because it's in my DNA. I can't run from my destiny. I could still sew today, I bet. I'm a little rusty, but I could do it.
Here's the best part, Gardy.
Yeah.
Is the whole movie Coco is based on your life. Because you just wanted to play music, but the family wanted you to make
to go into the family business.
to make shoes. So the whole movie about Coco is your life.
It's fair enough. Yeah, I wanted to play rock and roll, and I did. So growing up, I started playing music in junior high, and then I wanted to go be in bands. So I started my own bands and started playing all around town. Anywhere that would let a 14 and 14-year-olds go play. And then after that, I went to college for a couple years at Galveston College. Didn't really want to be there. To be honest, I just was racking up credits because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I was playing in my band, going on Texas tours, doing stuff at the time until I found an opportunity to chunk deuce, gave me a reason to quit school. I moved to Ohio, then I moved to Nashville, and then I was, toured the United States playing music until I wasn't touring the United States anymore. And then I was like, I should go back to school.
Man, my heart just got really heavy thinking about Coco.
That's a great movie.
Great movie, but then I was thinking about like how that guy
remember me.
How the guy died away from home, remember and the wife never got a chance to like see him again. Oh,
it's a good movie, man.
Okay, we need to switch this up before my heart goes all over.
Okay, so it's 9:30. We're already taking a break. We are broadcasting on Channel 46 in Houston. If you're watching us there, make sure to go check out our Facebook page. Search KHEA Radio. Smash the thumbs up button and give us a like. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about. We're located in Lamarck, Texas. If you've never heard of Lamarck, we're on I-45 South heading towards Galveston. Take exit 13 and you'll run into Abundant Life, which is a church that's been here for about 35 years, and that's where KHEA Radio is located out of. We're proud to broadcast out of Abundant Life, and we are more than excited, honored, happy, and proud to broadcast positivity every single weekday from Lamarck, Texas. If you haven't heard of Lamarck, you did now, and there's a lot of cool stuff happening here. We want to spotlight everything going on in Galveston, Harris, Brazoria County. If you want to reach out to us and share some things you have going on, email us, KHEA@KHEARadio.com as well. So we're going to be talking about real estate, and we're also going to be talking about fitness here in a bit because we have our good friend Nicole Leon, who was the first person outside of anyone in our inner circle who decided to contribute money and contribute to donate to KHEA Radio to keep us on the air. This was in January of 2018. And we were honestly shocked. Like whenever somebody did, we're like, wow, really? But we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. Ask her, why did you take a chance and do that for us? Because we've learned a lot, and there's still a lot left for us to learn. But it's just, I don't know. It's really like a humbling thing just to look back on. And everybody who's ever made a contribution sharing our content, anybody who's ever tuned in for a live stream or donated $1 or $100 or partnered with us in any way, it's really an honor, and we appreciate you guys because we wouldn't be able to do anything if it wasn't for y'all's support. But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff that we have coming up. Again, if you haven't had the opportunity to go watch that Texas City Pump video, make sure you go watch it. It's very interesting. I grew up in this area and I had no idea what the pump system was, but it has saved, I would say, that whole, I don't know, they don't call it East Texas City, but, Texas City over there, like Loop 197, 6th Street, over there where Moses Lake is. there was some flooding during Harvey, but it did save a lot of homes. You know, it could have been a lot worse, but go watch that video and let me know what you think about that. What's up?
Morning.
Long time no see.
Right.
It's been so long.
It's been forever.
I'm glad that you're here.
I know.
You've been busy. You've been like hustling. It seems. And I like your button.
Trying. Thank you. I just got it.
Yeah.
I just got it.
Where'd you get the button from?
So I ordered it from, we have a guy on our Herbalife team that does our Herbalife buttons.
Yeah, because I've seen those.
So
you took that and combined
I took
it.
that
huh?
whole concept.
I love it.
Yeah.
So there's a lady that me and Curt met last Christmas holiday season, and it was at a networking event.
Mm-hmm.
She made buttons. We're like, so what do you do? She's like, I make buttons, and she had like buttons of every kind.
Yeah.
She's local, and it was so cool to see because that's cool. Well, that button is like, I'm gonna say that's like fancy next level button with the glitter, and it
Yeah.
really pops. It draws you in.
Yeah. Just got it. So I'm excited to see what it's going to bring. So we'll see.
Cool. So can you share, I guess, like on the real estate side?
Yeah.
So who are you with? You know, how does it work? You know, making that full transition because you were doing, some other things and then you
Yeah.
transitioned. So what's been going on?
So a lot's been going on. So basically, I know where you're going. I used to own my own nutrition club, and I was working a full time doing that. That's where basically we met, was at the nutrition club. But I still had a full time job doing real estate, working with my sister, and basically we just said, let's just go out on our own, and so we gave up our full time jobs and went full on real estate. We joined Keller Williams Realty in Clear Lake, and we have now just joined the AskOzzy.com real estate team, and we are blowing and going. It's crazy. It's a fun ride.
So what's the name of it again?
So it's called the AskOzzy.com real estate team. We are within Keller Williams.
Okay,
So
cool.
we're still Keller Williams, but we are a team within Keller Williams.
How many people are on that team?
There is 11 of us. 11 of us.
And the AskOzzy.com real estate team is in the top 50 teams within the greater Houston area. So we are super, super excited to join forces with them. Our business has probably, for me, more than doubled in the 3 months. So we're excited where we're going. We have some other big things that are going to be coming up here in the next week or so.
Yeah.
I wish we could
Tell y'all, but
share
we
the
can't.
news, but we can't.
Just give us some hints.
The ink is still wet, so
Fair
we're
enough.
waiting for it to dry. But
So,
stay tuned.
Yeah, well, we'd like to come back on though once we do open
Okay.
up to everyone. Come
Sure.
back and talk about it because it's pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
See, that's something we can learn, Curt. You have to
How do
wait
we
for
learn?
the ink to dry before we're just like, hey, we heard that we may be able to maybe do this, and we're just like, let everybody know.
No.
Get it out there so then if they steal it, then they're the ones who steal it from us, and then we get to sue them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No?
I don't know.
No.
work
I
that
always
way.
jump the gun, a little bit.
Yeah.
But we've started doing this thing where we communicate. I don't know if that's
Yes.
important or not. Like in any
Yes.
business or real estate with the client, communication has to be important. So he'll be like,
It
"Hey,
is.
should we do this?" And I'm like, "Okay, let's take a step back. No, let's wait. Till even in the morning. Like, we'll think it over. How
Right.
important is it communication whenever it comes to working with clients?
Oh my God, communication is like key. I mean, it's major key because if you're not communicating with that client, they're trying to figure out what's going on, and then they're doing things on their side, and we're trying to do things on our side. So we've got to stay together. So with the AskOzzyRealestate.com team, we have coordinators, administrative team that basically does that for us. So they keep our clients informed of everything, and then they also have us on the back end. So that's even more golden, with being on the team.
This is what I'd be guilty of if I was a realtor. I would say, this is the house you need. And they're like, well, I don't really want, the big backyard. I'm like, yes, you do. You want the big backyard. The bathroom is, I don't want the bathroom. I'm focusing on the kitchen. I would be trying to place them in the house that I wanted instead of listening to their needs. Is that important? And do y'all ever struggle with that and be like, no, y'all should get this one. It's the better deal. But they want the location. I mean, do y'all ever deal with that?
Yes. I can honestly say that listening to your client's needs is probably the most important thing, because as realtors, we get so caught up in the emotional aspect of you're happy for your client, they're approved. Okay, let's go start house shopping. So you have to listen to their needs from the very beginning. Price point, where their monthly payment wants to be. Talking and communicating, going back to the communicating with their lender so that you're not wasting your time or their client's time if they're only approved for a $150,000 home, but yet they're calling you and they want to go see a $250,000 home.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, their wants and needs are, top priority, and you have to be cognizant of what they're wanting to get into.
So we have 27 seconds, and then we're going to go on the FM. Right now we are on channel 46.2 in Houston, and we are streaming live on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, smash the share button, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to ask questions. We'll get those asked. Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? Is it a good time to look for a new house? And we'll ask those. So, again, we got 8 seconds. And shout out to Southern Sass Violin Moore for partnering with KHEA. 0818. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
Right now, it is 9:39 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. We're broadcasting live from Lamarck, Texas. We're excited. We're going to be talking a little bit about real estate.
Woo! I love real estate.
One thing that I have noticed whenever it comes to real estate, it's just like it's always a bunch of rich people. Can only rich people afford homes?
No.
That's the misconception of many buyers. Many first-time home buyers think that they have to have $10,000, $15,000 in the bank to buy their home, and the reality of it is that you almost don't have to have that much money. There are lots of programs out there, first-time home buyer programs that help with your down payment assistance. Mm-hmm. There's grants. You don't have to have an 800 credit score. You do have to have steady employment, no late pays, no defaults on loans. And if you have a great real estate agent, they're going to be there to help you negotiate many items that the sellers can pay for in the purchase of a home. Yeah. So, I just closed a deal probably a week and a half ago. My buyer actually got a check back at closing.
How?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Crazy.
It's called negotiations and having a great agent on your side.
Yeah.
Man, it's like, so you're paying me to buy your house, giving me like a rebate somehow.
Yep.
I paid too much. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and a buyer does not pay to have a realtor. We are free
to a buyer.
Yep. A buyer does it. So that's another thing. Buyers think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to pay all these high realtor fees. Mm-hmm. You pay nothing. Yep. When we represent you as a buyer, we go in and you don't pay for our service. And we can help you lease an apartment, lease a home. If you want to build, we go in, we represent you. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing as a buyer that you need to realize is that other person is not representing you.
Yeah.
You always, as a buyer, want to go in with some kind of representation because that other person is working for the seller. So you always want to be represented, whether you're leasing, buying, building. If you're moving out of the Texas City area and you need to relocate to Austin, contact us. Yeah. We can help you find an agent in that area to help you and make sure that your needs are taken care of. We have that network.
Nicole, can you remind everybody, the team that y'all are on and then who y'all are under one more time?
Yeah. So we joined Keller Williams, which Keller Williams is our big broker. Mm-hmm. And under Keller Williams, we just joined the AskOzzy.com real estate team. So it's a team within Keller Williams. We're still Keller Williams, but we are a team now that's pretty much under it.
I like the name.
Yeah.
AskOzzy.com.
Yeah.
And it obviously lets you know within the name of the team how you can go find out more information right there on the internet.
We should become AskKHEARadio.com.
Well,
there you go.
Well, yeah, if we did, we'd have to purchase AskKHEARadio.com. We don't have that domain. We goofed.
Somebody just stole it.
Somebody just stole it. Exactly.
Dang.
It wasn't written. It's not the ink's not dry.
Ink wasn't dry.
See, We goofed again.
Oh, goodness.
But somebody's going to take it, and then we're going to we don't really like that idea, so we don't need it anymore.
It's probably Eldridge. Like, anytime he says something, he's like, well, I'm purchasing this. And then, like, we're negotiating, but we don't have any negotiation skills because we don't have realtors or any experience. And he's like, no, I'm only taking $1 million. And so he ends up getting paid more than anybody here.
Man, and home buying is on the rise. See, okay, and I got to get your insight on this. I was gonna make a post about this. I think we're on possibly a verge of a housing bubble.
What does that mean? And I don't know if we should be asking Curt, but
here's why.
What does that mean?
Because there's so many people who are selling houses, right? I was watching, I think, like, Justin Bieber is selling his house. There's so many, like, celebrities.
I can sell you that house.
Could you call Justin Bieber and tell him you have 2 agents? That'd be more than happy to help him.
Right? Can you? And I think Tom Brady is selling his house. You know, so I just see these every day, like, coming up. I'm like, wow, it's definitely right now a chance to buy a home because there's so many homes available. That's what I mean by housing bubble.
Bubble. Oh, okay.
I know that's a scary term.
Yeah,
but.
I mean, we are still in a seller's market, so it's still good. The market's still good. It hasn't, like, as far as houses, prices and things like that.
No, and the reality of it too is, on the flip side with the buyers, is that the interest rates are probably at their all-time low. I mean, had a pre-approved buyer yesterday, 3.9.
It's crazy.
Highest I've seen is 4.8. So the interest rates are low for buyers, and the values are holding high for the sellers. So yeah, everybody who's even thought for a minute that they want to sell their home, they're selling them because there's buyers that there's a need for them. So
I watch HGTV sometimes whenever my wife has the remote. By not really my choice. But it is interesting, and I have noticed whenever there's a show called, I think, Flip or Flop, where they're showing different houses, and they always seem to show stuff that is a little bit out of the price range. They tell them the range, like, hey, my range is $1 million, and it's like, I weave baskets and my wife stays home, and it's like, how do you do this? Anyways, that's beside the point. But it's like, oh, my budget's $1 million or $500,000, whatever it is, $200,000. They show them a house that's like $350,000. Then they show them like one that's under, and then it's in there. Why do they show them the one that's out of the range? And do y'all ever do that, or do you kind of stick with what they want?
Kind of stick with what they want. I mean, it's you don't want to get out of the range, because then they're going to have that house in their mind, and if we put them in their range, they're always going to have that higher price, and it's just a big difference.
But that's what they do on the HGTV.
That's TV.
House hunters. They always be like, my budget is $1.3 million. I sell T-shirts on the side of the street. My husband works from home. And we want $1.3 million budget.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm like, how?
But you as a realtor, like, if you made that sell and you force that, not force, but you know what I mean? Like, that's in their heart. Then obviously you would potentially make more commission, right?
Correct.
Is it a moral thing? Like, you don't want to put them in a situation where they're going to potentially be set up for failure?
I mean, to me, it is a moral thing. I mean, when I sell, it's the same thing as far as like the nutrition thing. My whole concept was that customer, not the money behind it. To me, the real estate, in mine, and I think, me and my sister pretty much have the same mentality. We want them to be home, be comfortable in what they purchased, and be able to afford it. To me, it's not all about the money. It's about them getting their home sweet home.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed about realtors and one thing that I've noticed about, just like real estate companies and brokers, people will be loyal. So if you have a good experience, you know what? Maybe they didn't even purchase a house this time, but they'll need one 5 years or whenever they're doing that, and they'll come back.
Yeah.
So it's always good to know somebody, and that's who I'm going to use whenever the time comes.
Yeah. It's all about making that relationship.
Building the rapport with your clients. And to also realize, for me as a real estate agent, I've been licensed for 15 years and been in the real estate business for 25. So for me, it's not about just closing the deal. It's still about extending that relationship beyond the years. I don't ever want my clients to forget me as their agent. So because they're going to have family and friends right?
Yeah.
That want to buy. And a referral is probably one of the biggest compliments a real estate agent,
Yes.
at least for me, can receive. So yes, building those relationships and keeping those relationships are very important in our business.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We're all about relationships, but I feel like when it comes to home buying, you have to be that way, because if I can't trust you to find the right house and I'm stuck in this house, then when it's time in 30 years when I go to buy a new one, right? Because you buy a house you live in it for 30 years.
If you want to pay for it. I mean, sometimes it makes sense. It's like, hey, the market switched. I can make money. It's a good time to
Yes.
sell this house.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm downsizing because my kids are, moving to college.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of reasons. There's people moving out of my neighborhood because like, well, my kids are gone and it's just a good time to sell my house because there's somebody who will want to buy it. So there's all kinds of reasons.
So Keller Williams is in Clear Lake area, correct?
Yes.
There's a lot of nice houses in Clear Lake.
Yes.
Is that fun to kind of walk in and be like, wow, this house is like
Amazing.
I would be
Right.
shocked when we're gonna be like, wow, look at this, and everyone's like, be professional, like
You
nudging your
definitely
sister, like,
fall
"Come
in
on."
love.
You
Yes.
do. You do.
fall in love, and that's the beauty of being a real estate agent is that all price points are valuable price points.
Yeah.
But the average price point in Clear Lake is $250,000 average.
Yeah.
So
I'm
pretty
looking
good
for a
price.
house for $22,000, so it's not really helping.
We can help you find that too.
Yeah.
I'm scared what it's going to look like. That's why I haven't bought yet.
It's okay. Kurt has been looking for a house. It's been a journey, and
I
it's
need more money first.
that's important. But can't you buy a
Gardy,
house
can I-
on a? He keeps asking me for raises, and I'm like, I'm just giving him money out of my wallet at this point. I'm like, here you go. Take the money.
Yeah.
Thanks for the dollar.
Yeah. Never grateful.
No.
What am I supposed to do with this?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't real.
At all.
Hey, if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share this video out. Hit a thumbs up, react, hit a sad emoji, hit something. And then you can also ask some questions if you have any questions about real estate. Maybe you are watching from the Clear Lake area. Maybe you're watching from another country. Either way, let us know what you have going on. Is it a good time for you to sell maybe in your area? I don't know what the markets are like everywhere in the world, and if it kind of follows a national trend.
Yeah.
Is that something that happens?
Yes.
So Tom
does.
Brady, Justin Bieber put their house on the market. Does it affect us here?
No.
No?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Kurt
It
was,
doesn't.
Kurt was just talking.
He was.
Tom Brady?
But we can take you up there to buy his house for sure.
Yeah.
$40 million.
I'll even
Is
place.
that what it's listed for?
That's what it's listed for,
Wow.
Tom Brady's house. But see, I've seen that. Why are most people selling? Like celebrities and people, why is it selling?
Celebrities can sell at any point, anytime.
Probably
Any
I
day.
can't speak from a celebrity aspect yet.
Tom Brady probably has a house, I'm going to say in California,
Yeah.
probably one where he plays over football, and then he probably has
Oh,
one
yeah.
in Michigan where he's from, and then maybe one in Florida
Yeah.
or something like that.
Vacation home.
So he decides like, hey, I'm going to sell a house. Maybe I don't need this one. I need extra $40 million because I took a pay cut. I'm only making $15 million, but Dak Prescott wants 40. Like there's all kinds of reasons that. Did y'all see
Right?
that? I know y'all are Cowboys fans,
Yes,
right?
Yes, we are.
There's some weird stuff going
Hey,
on.
you
The
permit-
NFL's about to start. I don't
You
know what's going on.
mispronounced it.
Oh.
Cowgirls.
No.
I went there.
Wow.
I went there.
Okay.
Go Texans.
I'm gonna still stay professional.
I'm not. We're not. I'm not. So, how does working out? This is an interesting question. How does working out relate to real estate? Like,
Does it?
can it?
Yeah.
How? This is a tough
I think
question.
everything in life bounces off of something else. I mean, it's setting your standards, getting your workout in, then your day gets set.
Mm-hmm.
Now, time for real estate. So, I mean, I think everything does. If you focus on, the one thing working out, then you're focused on it. Then you focus on real estate, you're focused on it.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just
Does the discipline that it takes to work out and, build workouts and do that, does that discipline kind of, translate and correlate over to, do you have to be disciplined to be a real estate agent, at least be a successful one?
Oh, yes. Yes. And we learned that so fast joining the team, the Ask Ozzy team. Because like before, I just, went with the flow, get someone, work with them, what have you. Here it's like, okay, we're on a calendar, set your time, they're all about family, God, family, work is God first. It's family,
business.
then business. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me is like golden key, because my aspect was just, okay, business, let's go, and not putting pretty much family first. And now it's just like changed my whole, aspect on everything, putting, God then business. So
here's an interesting comment. This is from Lane, and he's watching from the UK on social media. He said the UK has a shortage of houses, and lots of people are getting pushed into the rental market. Is that something that could ever happen here?
Yeah.
I don't think it would happen here. The rental market, I think our rental market is bigger here because of the misconception of many buyers.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot in the sad part is that there are buyers out there that have money to purchase a home but don't feel like their credit is worthy enough to purchase that home.
Mm-hmm.
So
they go
no,
out and rent.
our rental market is big here.
Yeah.
It is very big here. But I don't ever think that it would put us in a UK situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of growth happening in Lamarck, in Texas City.
Yes.
There's Lago Mar. Then there's, Delaney Cove, Sawgrass Crossing. There are thousands of homes that are literally getting built. And I think the population of Lamarck is about to move up about like
And
5,000 or so.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But it's all this growth is happening. What does that mean for somebody who's looking to purchase? Does that mean like the house, is there going to be so many houses that it's a little bit more affordable, or is it just they kind of keep their standard of like pricing whenever it comes to new builds?
I think with the new builds, there's more, it's growing, because people are moving this way for whatever reasons. I'm not sure. Texas City. I was born and raised in Texas City, and I drove through there yesterday. I used to work there, but I drove through there yesterday going on a new listing, and it's amazing how much just in 3 months that I hadn't been there, how much it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
The people are coming this way, and I think the supply of homes is keeping up with that.
Yeah.
With
The
that
growth.
with the growth.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a new 5,000 new homes or something like that being built in the area. So they're expecting 10,000 new families to move this way in the next 5 years. I think that's what the plan was.
I think the
crazy.
population is going to spike by the end of 2020. I mean, they said about 20, to 20,000 people, just like in Lamarck alone. That doesn't even count the growth in Texas City, with Lago Mar and all the developments and sections that are getting rolled out. Which, have y'all seen any of the developments and the pool and the Lago of the Lago Mar? It looks like a stinking water park.
The pool yet? I have not been to the pool yet. So
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I sold 2 houses in Lago Mar, and wow, it's an amazing community.
Yeah, it's a little community. They all have golf carts.
Yeah.
And they all drive
And they're
around.
close.
There's going to be grocery stores and stuff inside of that community, like gas stations.
Shopping and all kinds of
So
stuff.
it's you don't even have to leave that area to
No.
go and do whatever you need. It's all right there.
If we build a KHEA radio studio there, then I would 100%. I would just drive my golf. I would go buy a house, sell mine. Mine's gone. Just give it away. I don't know. I'll give it to you, Kurt. And then I'm gonna
There you go.
I'm gonna golf cart to work.
To work.
Wait, did everybody hear that? Did that get written in pen? Aldrich,
No.
write this down. Gardy just said if he bought a house in Lago
The ink
Mar,
has not dried.
There you go.
he just said it. You guys heard it. He's donating his house to me. I still have to make payments though, right?
Yes.
He's like wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Yes.
Man, we have
Love
about
this day.
we have about 5 minutes left of time because time flies by.
Yes.
Here in a weird way.
Yes.
It
Is there
does.
anything else y'all would like to share while y'all are here right now?
I'd just like to say if anybody's in the market to buy or sell, give us a call.
Right.
There's a real estate agent out there for everyone.
Yeah.
Love for y'all to give us and the AskAussie.com real estate team a try. If you're interviewing agents, give us a call, sit down.
Yes.
Let us tell you what we can do for you, how we can save you money and bring you the biggest dollar for what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, and as far as, selling, if you're ready to sell your house and you don't know what it's worth, we can definitely, set up an appointment, come out, show you what your house is worth. And it doesn't cost you anything.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us.
Thank
you.
you.
If you're watching on Facebook, you can still share this video out. People can go back and watch this, and they'll be able to check out the AskOzzy.com team and check out Keller Williams. So if you have any questions as well, we'll make sure that if you ask those on our stream, we'll get those pointed to Lori Nicole, so they'll be able to answer those. Yeah. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We're taking a quick break on the FM. We're going to keep it going on our Facebook stream and on Channel 46. Thank you all.
Yay!
Thank you.
That was fun. Thank you
so
for
much
having
fun.
us.
Yeah, thank you for coming, and then especially on short notice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
It's okay. It was fun.
It was fun. Short notice is good.
Yeah.
Sporadic adventures are the best ones, right?
Yes.
And you
the best.
never say no to an opportunity.
No, right?
Ever.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see ya.
Bye.
Y'all have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
So
Have
we're
a
going to
good
keep
one.
it going. We got the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce coming in. We got Naked Nutrition coming in. I'm pretty sure they changed the name to Juice Jam. Kurt was telling me it's Wok Jam, but I don't think it is. I'm 99% sure that it is not Wok Jam, although that is a great name because I think of guacamole, and who doesn't like guacamole? I'm sure there are people that don't, but at least like in my family, even my wife likes guacamole, and sometimes she'll be picky with like some of the stuff that she dips her chips in. So, hey, I see Shauna. She's actually tuned in, but she's out there because she's a part of the next guest crew that is coming in, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking about a local business that is located at the Mall of the Mainland. They've been doing some really cool things. They're going through a rebrand, a restructure, a name change, man. And so they have some awesome things available. We're going to learn all about it, learn why the name change, and what the direction of the business is going to. And I know that Misty recently got married, so I'm going to be asking about that as well. I saw she was out on a honeymoon, and congratulations to her. Getting married it changes your life, obviously, but yeah, congratulations to her and everything that relationship will do and accomplish, and I'm sure it's a great team. So I haven't had the opportunity to meet him yet, but he looks like a great guy. Again, right before we go into this next segment, I want to remind everybody about something that's happening October 12th. You need to mark your calendar. You need to take your phone out and put it in right now. Go to talkoftaco.com, talkoftaco.com to learn more. You're going to want to come hang out with us here in the studio. Yeah, y'all come in. Yeah. I'm just talking to my friends, hanging out. It looks like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. I'm not crazy. I keep having to tell myself that. What's up? How's it going?
Hello. How are you?
Y'all doing good?
Yes.
That's good. Is it? Is it sticky? Is it humid out there?
Yeah.
I like it. It makes me feel
I don't
good.
even like cold weather. I'm waiting for a cool front to come on through.
You ready for the cold?
I'm ready, yes.
Man, I don't know how much longer we'll have to wait. I like it because there's parts of this building that are way too cold, and so I have a jacket on. Sometimes I'll just go outside and like eat my lunch, like sit on the stairs, like in my jacket, and just need to like thaw off.
Yeah.
And then I come back in and get frozen again. Hey, so I need some clarification about something that Kurt was telling me that y'all changed y'all's name to Wok Jam. And I said, I don't think it's Wok. It's Wok Jam. I think it's Juice.
It's Juice Jam with a G.
I was 100%. Okay, now I'm 100%. I was about 99% sure that's what it was. But,
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Juice Jam. We just spelled it with a G, so it's GUIC''D.
Juice
so
Jam.
Juiced Jam. Yes.
Which is a great name.
Thank you.
How did y'all settle on that one?
You know what? I did a lot of research. I was just like, okay, we've got to find something. And so I just was looking, just out there. Okay, Misty, think about this one. Think about this one. I shot her so many names.
Yeah.
And then she came up with a whole bunch of names. And so we finally settled on Juiced Jam. And on the way into when I was going to change it, I'm standing in the lobby saying, hey, how about do we want to add a D to it?
Are we sure?
Are
Juice
we
Jammed?
sure how we want to do it? She's like, yeah, let's add a G. Maybe that can be Galveston County, G for
G.
Galveston County. She was like, add a G instead of a J. And I said, okay, and we'll put apostrophe D at the end, Juiced. So.
I like it.
Yeah.
What were some of the other ones in the running? Was there like two other ones where it's like, I got these three
what?
and we're juggling?
Every time we had something else in the running, when I would go and search, someone else had the name.
Yeah.
And so there was, I don't know, let me think of one that we had. We tried to do. It was goodness. It
And I
was
had to make
something
sure
with-
it's like we're throwing this apostrophe D in,
Yeah.
changing the J to a G,
Change
and
the
I
J.
if somebody comes up with this one and tries to copy us, they're getting a cease and desist, making
Yes.
sure they cannot use this anymore.
Absolutely.
We work hard.
Oh my God! And so we changed the logo as well. I don't know if you've seen the. You saw the logo?
Yeah, it's like the cartoon with the face.
with the fruit. Yeah.
See, there's something, and y'all probably realize this, but there's something about faces on like food. I love it.
Yes.
Even like like you think of Buc-ee's, you know,
Okay.
like with their beaver. Obviously, he's not food, but it just makes it approachable. You know, the kids want it. It shows, hey, this is happy. It's a good place, and I like branding and marketing like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, can we pause for some breaking news really
yes.
fast?
What broke?
Dustin Jimenez is
Smokin' D's
Smokin'
Barbecue.
D's Barbecue
Fusion.
is starting a Smokin' D's Barbecue grill,
Like a restaurant?
of actual business.
Nice.
Where?
Awesome.
Lamarck.
Alvin, Texas.
Alvin, Texas. That was third on my list. I'm not gonna lie. It was gonna be Lamarck, Texas City. Then I was gonna say, okay, Alvin. But you know what? That's awesome. Have you all ever had Smokin' D's?
No.
No, not yet.
He has a food truck, right? And it's awesome. So he has
Hey.
a brisket macdilla.
They usually come over here to 3 Acres Food Truck Park, which is in our area as well.
Okay.
And so, yeah, brisket macdilla, which is good.
Now that
Really?
school's starting, I'll have way more time.
How often does he come?
Once a month, maybe?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta
it's
check the
good.
calendar.
It's good. Okay, sorry. I just had to break that news.
Back to your regularly scheduled programming. So, can you scoot up or like move the mic closer? Let me see if that's better.
Scoot up.
Yeah.
Scoot up.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
What do you mean okay? Just okay.
Y'all finally got me in front of the camera.
It happened. And you know what? So here's the thing.
Thank you.
So-
oh, that's close.
We had it has to be like real close.
Okay.
And you sound great. So we had Kayla in studio,
Mm-hmm.
and she did awesome. I thought we had a good time. I thought it went great. I guess not.
No, I'm now the buffer. So no, Kayla accepted a position with Communities and Schools. So
We
she's
saw
doing
that.
her-
It was literally, she got out of the studio and she's like, I'm
was
never
like the-
doing
Yep,
this again.
basically.
Yeah.
It was like the next day.
She
So
is going to permanently detach herself because after the show, So no, I was just
Yeah,
kidding.
that's what.
this same thing happened with Darcy.
Yeah, with Texas
We
City.
had Darcy on the show. Are you leaving?
I don't know. No,
And this will be my last event with the Chamber of Commerce. No, now we just have to reach out to Communities and Schools and get them to come on.
Yeah.
So we
and then
get
you'll see
Kayla.
Kayla again,
Yeah.
and then
And then
maybe
she's-
she'll get a new job after that.
What's next? Like, what's after that? Communities and Schools. Then
She's president
yeah. Ooh.
of the United States.
she runs. Yeah, maybe she'll run.
There you go.
That's crazy.
So the chamber has a lot going on for
We have
people
a
who
ton.
who don't know what the chamber is, because there might be somebody who's listening who's never heard of a chamber of commerce.
Okay.
Give us kind of the big rundown really fast.
So, Chamber of Commerce, a chamber is basically an advocate for the local community and businesses. We act on behalf of our members in the community to, help be a voice for them, especially when it comes to economic change or development, like with the new causeway issue, the I-45 and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff going on. We actually went to TxDOT in Austin to represent our area, because that's going to be a huge advantage to us, not only with helping alleviate some traffic, but it's also another evacuation route if something happens.
Yeah, there's gonna be. Well, I saw. Did y'all go to Austin?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot that's going on, and we were talking to someone the other day, and Kurt was like, "Why? Why is that important?" And I think the main thing is access to get out of town. Like,
Yep.
if something happens, which it's a reality of living here on the
Exactly.
coast, we can be prepared, but at some point, you just have to make sure that people can get out
Yep.
and have like a timely dinner and to get out of town.
Only
Yeah.
because if I wanted to go to the other side of Houston, I don't want to have to drive all the way to Lake Charles to get to the other side of Houston.
Well, I mean, there's still beautiful other roads and highways that you can take.
Take 140. You can take the ferry.
Oh, nice.
You can take the ferry. You can take 146 to I-10. I was talking to someone the other day from Winnie, and yeah, I know. Kayla's on. What's up, Kayla? We're so excited to reach out to Communities and Schools. We want to have you back on. Please, can we get that regularly scheduled? and I'm going to go ahead and we'll pop us on the FM as well. So here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we are going to be talking about some really cool things taking place in our community. We have the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce, and we have Juice Jam in studio once again.
It is juiced.
Oh, okay, not guacked.
That's right. It's
Where did you even get the A,
jam.
though?
Because the G, the GU. I was thinking guac.
Like
Juice
guacamole,
jam.
but there's no A in it.
Kurt lives in his own world
Gut.
with its own alphabet and own, phonetic
It's the 83
sounding out.
IQ.
Look, G for Galveston County.
Ooh,
Yes.
juice.
Juice jam.
Galveston County. That's where we are broadcasting from, right here in Lamarck, and we're excited. So the Chamber has a bunch of cool events.
Yeah.
So we went to one, and they actually let us talk on the mic, which was really cool because
Yes.
usually we go to places and they're like, y'all said enough. You sit down. So that was an event that showcased, I think, some of the political
Legislative luncheon.
That's exactly what it is. I was going to give my own description. But what's coming up? What's the next event? I think there's like a boil.
So the next big event we have is the Shrimp Boil, which is next Friday. It is a big community event. We invite everybody out. It's kid-friendly, so we actually have a kids zone that's sponsored by ACU. And this year we're having Nick and the Groove, which everybody loves. They're a phenomenal band. And then later that night we're having Bag of Donuts.
All right.
So it's going to be a ton of fun.
So it sounds like a lot of fun, but it sounds like it's going to get very expensive. What kind of cost is associated with this for me? How do I get in and get access?
So it's $25 if you buy them online or stop by our chamber. And then at the door it's $30 for adults, but kids are always $5.
And I can eat as much as I want, though?
So you get a huge box of shrimp, corn, and potatoes. Plus, Marathon now has a new recipe for their jambalaya. And then there's free non-alcoholic beverages, and everybody can just enjoy everything.
Sounds like a great time. I'm down.
And it's really good. Me and my girls, we volunteered last year with the chamber, and the food was awesome.
Why is it important for you as a business owner to be involved with the chamber?
We do a lot of networking through the chamber. I've met some really awesome people through the Chamber of Commerce. We do Ladies Who Lunch, and so tomorrow I'll be at the Ladies Who Lunch tomorrow.
Well, we also sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm going to be there.
We rebranded just like she did. It's Women in Business now.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm interested on the Facebook event.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you do not meet the remaining.
It's
requirements.
2019.
It's 2019.
That's all I'm going to say.
Wow. That's where we
well, here's the
went.
thing. So I've had some friends who went to a school, I think it was like Dallas or Denton, like Texas Women's, but there's guys that attend there.
Yes.
And so you can't, straight up, they're going to stop me at the door and be like, you can't come in. This is like women.
I will
lunch.
politely say, hey, what's up?
All right. That's fair. I will live with the rules.
See, this is okay. Now we're going to cross into some dangerous territory, but
Don't do
there
it.
are some groups that are women only, and I feel like there should be men only things.
Well, did they have men luncheons or
They
something?
have dude clubs all over the community.
True.
But they don't let us, us kind of people in here, me and Kurt, you have to be
They're not letting us into those organizations.
you got to be in charge of something to get in there. We're in charge of nothing.
We don't make enough money.
I'm not even charging my family. My wife is.
We're not-
She makes the decision. So I'm she's like, go to work. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. And I go and I try and stay good.
I mean, you're more than welcome to stand at the doorway. We have a window where
Okay.
you can kind of wave into.
You know what?
But,
Wait, what did you say? What? Say it louder.
I'll take that.
Hear.
yeah.
I'll take that. I'll accept it. Me and Kurt, we try and start our own, Texas City Lamarck Chamber event where we have a lunch and we're at Beyond Burger. We're at
Put it in pen.
Juice
Put
Jam.
it in pen. Get it written down.
Well, look, now that y'all are members, you can say, hey, Lauren, why don't we get a dude club going?
Yeah.
But we want everybody. I would like for ladies to be there too.
Yeah, we don't want to limit ours.
Well, so again, ouch. But we have young professionals that y'all are more than welcome to come and hang out and speak. We don't have a microphone, thank goodness.
Okay.
But,
How young are we talking? Because I'm 33. Might be a little
it's
old.
21 to 40.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you guys also have the JCs. Is that part of the same organization? or-
JCs. So it is junior chambers, basically.
Yeah.
And Whitney should come with me one day. She heads that, and they do a bunch of stuff like a fishing tournament and all that stuff. It's amazing. So
That's fun.
young leaders.
Very cool.
That was the shirt that I wore, by the way, for the Tackle Time fishing
Yeah,
tournament for
working
my
out.
workout today. So yeah, we've had the JCs in. So you guys do a lot in the community.
We do. So other than legislative type stuff, we are a great source for connections, networking, and all that kind of stuff. We're here for businesses.
You answered our email yesterday. I was like, hey, we've been trying to get in contact with these people, and you're like, I got you. Instantly, like, emailed it right back.
Yep. We're
And
all about
that's
growing
awesome.
economically and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
whatever's best for our community.
Okay, that's cool. We Kurt just mentioned like working out right this morning, and whenever I think of Juice Jam, when I think of Naked Nutrition, fitness, diet, what y'all offer is very healthy. It's extremely healthy. You're able to offer, even like Bang energy drinks and a whole bunch of stuff. Can you walk everybody through what y'all have if somebody's never been into your location before?
Oh, wow. If you've never been into Juice Jam, you need to come on and visit us. We offer a plethora of options on our menu. Kurt has his favorite, which is the Booker Tea, and he adds
Customized.
chocolate protein to it. Is that it? Do you add just the chocolate
Just
protein?
the chocolate protein.
Yes. So you can come in. We have all type of flavors. Apple, banana, strawberries, all fresh fruit or frozen fruit. All veggies. We can add protein to it. A lot of people will come in and say, well, is there protein in it? There's not, unless you get peanut butter, then you get 7 grams of protein per scoop. However, you can also add protein powder to it. We do juice cleanses, so 3-day juice cleanse. I'm on one right now.
Really?
Yes.
What day are you on out of the
This
3?
is day 2.
So brave.
How is that?
It's going, you know what? It's really going awesome because, so 10 days ago, I got my husband involved in doing a 10-day challenge.
Awesome.
And so the last 10 days.
He's so nice, by the way. Sorry to interrupt, but he's awesome. Your whole family is.
He's a good guy. So the last 10 days, we've been doing intermittent fasting. Along with the intermittent fasting, we've been doing this bone broth diet. So we only eat between the hours. Well, we eat at 12, we eat at 2, and we eat at 6. We can't eat after 8 o'clock. And so we have a smoothie for breakfast, and then at 2 o'clock, we'll have a bone broth soup. So we'll do the bone broth. I'll add some veggies in it, mixed veggies. And then we'll have protein and veggies at 6 o'clock. Anytime between that, if, depending on what our body is telling us, we'll have some fruit or we'll have a salad if we need to.
Yeah.
But because I transitioned from that into the 3-day cleanse, it's been easy. It's been so easy.
That's the key.
You got the discipline and structure.
Yeah.
Are you still waiting till 12 to have you juiced, or you do
I'm
it in the
still
morning?
waiting until 12 to have my juice. So I have my bottle of water with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the benefits of intermittent fasting? I'm intermittent fasting right now, but I honestly don't know all the benefits other than it's just a program. They said, okay, this is what you do. Eat here and here, and just go with it.
I'll tell you this.
I can do
there
that.
There is no reward at the end of the tunnel. Just saying.
Well, I'll tell you, my husband has lost 1 pound a day.
Really?
Yeah. But see, he's a big guy. He's a much larger guy. He has some weight to lose. You don't have nearly as much weight as he has to lose. But he's lost 1 pound a day doing it. And the benefits is it sort of resets your metabolism. It resets your metabolism, gets your body into, I guess, sort of tricks your body,
Yeah.
It helps you speed up the metabolism. It's helped me to do a lot of cleansing.
That's good.
So, they say that, I've heard a doctor say that with intermittent fasting, you sort of go into a ketosis mode. So by the time you wake up in the morning after not eating for 16 hours, you go into that ketosis mode. So it's been good. I've been enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
Ketosis is a great word. I might just walk around and say ketosis. I don't know what it means, but I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
That's very ketosis of you.
Yes. So your body starts to
Nice.
burn fat.
That
Your
jacket
body
looks
starts.
so ketosis on
That's
you.
right.
It works.
I think it's good just to challenge yourself every once and again.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I'm doing it. Just like, can I do this? I can get through. It's 4 weeks. I can get 4 weeks of intermittent fasting and only eating this, these items and these times, and yeah, why not?
Well, you
And-
guys did really well on that other little cleanse that you did. So
Yeah,
It's a whole lifestyle change.
It is. And then you get used to the lifestyle change, and hopefully it becomes a way of life, or at least like a step in making healthier
Kurt says
decisions. Yeah, Kurt is What's your thought? He wants the reward.
Are you
That's
still
his whole
on
thing
the
lately.
cookie for breakfast diet?
Yes.
Well, Kurt was doing so well.
Dude,
But then I realized there was no reward at the end of the tunnel.
So Kurt had dropped 20 pounds and consistently
Yes.
kept it off. Since then, he's only up 10 out of that 20, so at least he's not back onto the same starting point.
Right.
But which you were saying, you were kind of like arguing, like, it's not that bad. It's not
No.
that bad, at least.
10 pounds in a year, like, to gain back? Like, let's go. All day. You know what? Because everyone's just judging me now.
I told him, I was like, Kurt, you may gain 10 pounds every year for the rest of your life if you keep that up.
So I
something to look forward
I
to.
mean, I'll only be at 240 then. Right.
Are you
For
like
the
planning?
rest of your life?
Oh,
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm
Don't
confused.
speak that into existence.
No, don't do it.
No,
Don't
no,
do
no.
it.
But when I eat a Cheeto, there's a reward for eating a Cheeto. It tastes good in
Did
your
you
mouth.
just eat one Cheeto?
No.
because that styrofoam and powder is delicious.
So good.
It's so funny. I was doing some type of I think it was a cleanse at one time. This was some years ago, and I love Doritos, and so I couldn't really eat the Doritos. So I take one every so often and just suck on the Doritos. Just suck on the Doritos. I made it last as long as I could.
Yeah.
Before I would swallow and be like, okay, that's
don't blame ya.
That's it. I got my Dorito in for today.
I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I did the 6-week challenge at the Iron Den, and then after that, I took a week and a half off. I was out of town, and then I'm doing this intermittent fasting thing, which is different. So I love popcorn. That's like my weakness.
Yeah.
You know, going to the movies, at home, it doesn't matter. I'm at the mall. Just give me the popcorn, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want. It's the salt, and you can just eat till forever. It's crazy. So at home, there was a movie that came out on Disney Channel called Descendants 3, and I have 2 kids, and they were about it, right? It's good to be bad. I don't know.
Rest in peace, that one kid.
Yeah, that's so sad. And my son, like, I didn't want to tell him, but he had found out some way, and it was just like a weird situation, like the first time something like that had happened. But
Yeah.
so we had like a movie premiere at our house. Like, it's Friday night, the movie's coming out. My wife was like, "We'll have popcorn, pickles." And so I'm sitting there, and I have a pickle, and I like looking over at the popcorn, and so I'm just like picking it up every once and again, take like a big whiff and smell it, and then I take a bite of my pickle. But so I've been there,
Yeah.
and I didn't eat any. So I'm proud of myself, just challenging me, like, I can do it. I don't need popcorn. I just
Yeah.
love it.
I like those horrible zebra cakes. So
Oh,
I'll buy
yeah.
an entire box, eat one, and then tell my boys to hurry up and shove down
Finish
the
it.
rest. So that
Yeah.
Yeah, zebra cakes,
I
man.
think
It's a
becomes
slippery slope.
spiritual thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've gotten to a point where when I feel like, oh my God, I need something before 12, I'm like, okay, Lord, please help me.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing. It's
Yeah.
a journey, and it's almost like conditioning yourself to, okay, you can do this. You're strong enough to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel when I'm working out. And I've been doing these group workouts, and I see somebody else who may be like older than me or in different walks of life. They're just different. And I'm like, man, I know if they can do it, they're out here at this time in the morning or whenever it is in the evening, I can do it too. Like, why not? It's an inspiration to see that kind of stuff. And I think like having somebody that's on the same journey as you helps, like you doing it with your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is gonna ruin your intermittent fasting. So I saw Darren Ravel. He's a big sports guy. He tweeted out that new at the Nebraska State Fair, birthday cake flavored popcorn
I'm ruined.
on
I'm going to the Nebraska Fair.
on a stick.
Oh,
on
man.
a stick.
On a stick.
It's not carnival food unless it's on a stick.
It looks like
I was
caramel
like,
corn.
way to go, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Like, way to go. Birthday flavored popcorn. I immediately thought of Gardy, and he brought up popcorn, so I had to go and find the tweet. That's what I was doing so that I could show him.
Here's a couple comments, and this is from Tracy, who is awesome. She does so much in the city of Lamarck and has small events over there off of Main Street as well, in downtown Lamarck rather. She said, "I love starting my day with KHEA Radio. We appreciate you starting your day with KHEA." And she was mentioning the spinach smoothies, that she really enjoys them. And then she brought up the meal prep, which is something that y'all have done for a long time, and y'all have helped us in so many different ways. Can you share what y'all offer as far as the meal prep goes?
Yes, we offer meal prep, and we have various options, packages. So you can come in. We have a lot of guys that work over at the plant. They'll come in and say, hey, I just want one meal a day for the next 5 days. You can get 5 meals for $35, which is an awesome package. Or you can say, okay, you know what? I want to get 5 meals, 5 lunch, 5 dinner, 15 snacks for $115. We can give you, if you just want to come in and try a meal, we have our meals for $7.49. You can get salmon or shrimp for $9.99. And what we do is we try to make sure that the meals are portioned where you get at least 4 to 5 ounces of protein. You get enough veggies to go with your meal. We only use chicken, ground turkey, salmon,
The
shrimp.
salmon. The salmon is okay, Shauna. I will say this. I have tried to cook salmon.
Mm-hmm.
I have tried to copy what you do because obviously it would save me a little bit if I could do it myself,
Okay.
right?
And maybe stretch yourself, to be able to learn a new skill as well.
Right. I can't. There's no I don't understand like how because there's no skin
Yeah.
on it on the one that you do and I'm like there's skin on this one and I put it on the grill and I'm like I don't want to eat that.
Well, my partner has a secret recipe that she throws in a secret little ingredient, and it's just fabulous. That salmon is wonderful.
You're not preparing it with the worship music.
And she prays before she cooks.
Who did we talk about that with the other day? Brandy from the worship team, right? Or from the call in Texas City. We were talking about how, sometimes it was on Monday. The caterer, the Show and Love and More catering, she was in here talking about how, that religion plays a lot into what you're eating. And she was a pastor as well. And so she was like, yeah, I pray over the food, and I was like, there's a place that does that as well.
Yes.
And y'all were the first people that I have ever really even witnessed seeing that happen because I've seen y'all kind of working there at the shop and I was like, I never thought about that before. It's a great idea, because it's like, it tastes good, and you want it. And then why not? It's just like an extra, why does this food so good? Why does it taste different? Because it's actually been cared and loved over and just prayed for before you even have an opportunity to open it.
Absolutely.
Man, those enchiladas are awesome. I know Curt was all about the salmon. I was, yeah.
Gardy would come in and order those just by himself.
Just the enchiladas.
Yeah.
Trust me, we have a lot of people who do that. Everyone has their preference of this is what I want. This is the one I like. And so I've had people come in and say, I have a guy now. He orders 14 meals a week.
Enchiladas.
And all he wants is chicken and rice and ground turkey pasta. 7 and 7. That's all I want. Chicken and rice and ground turkey pasta. And so he makes it easy for us. I'm just like, okay, if that's what you want, that's what we'll get for you, you know? But we try to cater to anyone doing keto. We have a client right now who is looking at doing a paleo diet. And so if you have different options, there is an upcharge because we have to cook specifically for that diet plan. But if you're on a nutrition plan that we need to follow, we also will help with that as well.
That's important. Right now I'm on some specific diet and I'm not necessarily winging it, but I am measuring. And I think that's important. But whenever you eat, as Americans, as me being Gardy, just overeat. That's what I do. You growing up, finish your plate. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. You don't have to tell me twice, And so measuring if I'm supposed to have some rice or something, I measure. I'm supposed to have some beans, this much, half a cup. It's been a big benefit and something new that I've never done. I've never measured food before up until this thing that I'm on, right now. So it's been pretty cool.
Do you actually
I take a half a cup, no joke. I take half a cup and I fill it up and I put it in a thing and eat it.
Aren't you supposed to weigh your food?
You can weigh your the meat. We normally will weigh the meat, and then with the measurement for the veggies, we'll put in a measuring cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make sure that you're eating the right amount. With my meat, I kind of eyeball it because I really like meat. I could remove carbs from my life. I could remove, pastas and everything else, dessert. I would have to have meat.
See, I'm the difference. I need to have bread. Bread is my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love bread. Even last night, I was really super hungry. Check the cupboard. All I got is bread. Throw some peanut butter on it. Pop it in the mouth, and I was no longer hungry again.
Yeah.
The cupboard. What else did you have in the cupboard, Curt?
What's wrong with the cupboard?
Kurt's cupboard. Nothing. I think it could be a nice segment. What's in Kurt's cupboard? And it is just peanut butter bread.
Peanut butter and bread, basically. I don't keep food at my house very often because I've learned that if I have food around, I'm going to eat it.
So you actually purposely go out and get tortillas, sliced cheese, and hot dogs?
For a meal.
Yeah. Those are our leftovers from when I was actually went shopping. I need to do a better job of shopping, and having a stacked pantry or cupboard, Kurt's cupboard. But that's kind of the benefit of having Naked Nutrition and Wellness is I'm going to keep jumping back to that. I'm sorry, Juiced.
Juiced.
Is because they can have that where you can just pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes and you have your meal ready to go.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about it either. It's the right amount, what you need. Are we going to be getting Juiced Fit? Is that where, are we changing this up?
I know, right? You know, it used to be Get Naked Fit. Everything was Get Naked Fit. And so we're trying to figure out how to put that in there. Like, Get Juiced Fit.
Yeah.
Get Juiced.
Get juiced.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing that y'all are making right now?
As far as the smoothie?
The Booker T is very good.
You know what? I've fallen in love with the Green Hulk. So it's the Booker T, add kale and add protein. I love it. And I guess initially I was like, oh, kale with my peanut butter, but it is fabulous.
You also have one that's just straight. What's it called? It's just, there's nothing else added. It's just fruits and vegetables. What's it
Garden
called?
of Greens?
Garden of Greens.
Yes.
Banana, pineapple, mango, kale. Yes.
When we were doing the Dr. Choppa diet, that's what I would go and get for like a lunch or something, because you can't eat anything else except for fruits and vegetables.
I love Dr. Choppa. He's awesome, and I love everything that y'all have ever given me. The only thing that I have is that I don't think I was getting enough protein, because there's like, whoa, you're taking some supplements. So my wife sometimes will pull up this photo or like this videos, and she's like, hey, look how you used to look, and like my arm is like really big over here, and like my chest is, and I'm a lot weaker than I used to be, but I'm working on it, okay? I'm doing what I can. She's like, because I'm like holding my daughter. It was like a memory that shows up on Snapchat or Facebook, and I was like, oh, man. And no joke, I love those cleanses for health reasons. Like, it was good, but I was like, man, oh, well.
Are you doing any lifting?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing quite a bit of lifting, but it's just a journey. Like, everybody, and me including, I want those results. Like, hey, I finished my 6-week challenge. Like, I should look like Arnold. I should look like the Hulk. Not Mark Ruffalo, right? That's what I'm struggling with right now, but it's a journey, and consistency is key. So
it's a journey. I started this journey about 3 years ago. We opened the shop 2.5 years ago, but 3 years ago I was a size 12, and I am 4'11". So at a size 12, it wasn't good. 146 pounds, a size 12. I am now 130, and I'm a size 6.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it was just the journey, of just trying to stick with it. Every time I look at the scale, I'm just like, And now my weight doesn't fluctuate as much, but I don't have as much weight to lose anymore. I'm now just focusing on certain areas, you know, and trying to lift. I want to take off my shirt and have those guns. I want those guns.
Consistency.
Yes, consistency is the key.
I have those guns, and I don't even work out.
You did this morning. You can't say that anymore.
Dang.
He's like sad about it. Oh, man, I can't say I don't work out anymore. It's all natty.
I am feeling like I need to rest and take a nap.
Really? After a workout, I always get pumped up.
Yeah.
I do, but then I hit a wall, and I'm like, boom.
I'm pumped, and I feel like I can breathe better. I leave the gym, and I'm like, yeah, I can breathe.
So this is Lynn. He had commented earlier. He's watching from the UK, and he said he's making lamb curry with mini naans with yogurt and mint sauce. I have no idea what it is, but you're gonna have to post a picture.
Delicious.
Does he should invite all of his friends from the UK.
We don't have enough people watching from the UK.
Leanne, can you go to our community tab and invite all of your friends to KHEA?
Yeah.
You just go to the community tab on KHEA radio, click invite all, and invite them all. It'd be great to have people listening from all over the world.
Just come visit us here in Lamarck.
On Friday, we went live in Houston, so now we're all the way up into the Woodlands on channel 46.2. So super excited about that.
Fun. So the chamber has that the cool event with the shrimp boil coming up, and that has been going on for how long?
Oh man, it's been going on for a while. We've always had a jambalaya cook-off and all that kind of stuff, and then this year's the new recipe. But it's been going on for years. I'm not exactly how many exactly, but this year is our 50th year as a chamber.
Oh, that's cool.
So at the shrimp boil, we're gonna have a little bit more fun, celebratory stuff, and it's going to be awesome.
That's awesome. And then what else is coming up? So I know that there's that. Obviously, our Talk of Taco cook-off that I'm sure the chamber is ecstatic about October 12th.
I was actually talking about it with Colleen from City of Lamarck yesterday. So
the City of Lamarck is supposed to have a team, so they're going to have a taco cook-off team, and apparently, I guess Tink Jackson, the city manager, can throw down on the grill and likes to cook, and so it's going to be a lot of fun.
A taco cook-off.
October 12th.
Oh, how have you not heard about this?
We're sharing now. Tell them, Curt.
Okay. I make some bad tacos now. I can make some tacos. I love tacos.
So it's $100 to enter.
Okay.
There's 4 categories: beef, chicken, seafood, and chef's choice. That $100 gets you entered into all 4 categories.
And we're teaming up with United Way, so the funds and sponsors and entries, it's benefiting the United Way and the 29 agencies that they help right here in our community for years. So it's a great cause. We're excited to be able to do that.
October 12th from 9 to 3 at KHEA Radio Studio. So right here on our campus.
In here.
Right here. Yeah.
It's outside.
In the parking lot.
Smells so good.
There's going to be bounce houses. There's going to be games. Knuckleball is one of the games that's going to be there. It's like kickball in a bubble, which is awesome.
Wow.
And you can like run and bump people. It's so cool. It looks awesome. There are guests tomorrow, actually. So if you wanted to learn more, you can do so. And then... go to talkoftaco.com and you can see the sponsorship packages. You can see how to enter your cook-off team. If you want to sell, so Shauna, if you wanted to come and cook and sell, there is an option to do so. I believe that's $150. So that gets you entry and you can sell, but you have to get your own license.
It doesn't even have to be tacos.
It doesn't
that's
have
the
to
thing.
be
Like you
tacos.
can have your taco entries, then be like, well, we want to sell some other food on as well, So that's an option as well.
So, if you have a vendor, if you're a vendor and you want to sell items, there's an entry for that. I believe it's $50. So it's affordable for everybody to enter, because we wanted your grandma to enter the cook-off, because how cool would that be? You don't have to be
ask her.
You don't have
Like
to
literally what
you don't have to be a cook-off team in order to enter into this.
I'll sign up and have a whole bunch of grandmas behind me.
That's it. Just grandmas. Bring abuelas. Like everybody bring your grandma, and this like the grandma squad. Maybe we have a grandma category. I don't know. We're open to ideas, but it's a family friendly event. Again, there's going to be as many bounce houses as we can get here. The game Curt was talking about. We're going to have axe masters out here with their mobile axe throwing unit.
Nice.
So like families, everybody is welcome. So it's going to be fun. October 12th.
Yep.
It's a Saturday, starting at 9 a.m., ending at 3 p.m. It's going to be fun. And then the next weekend's Bayou Fest, which we're pretty pumped about as well. It's coming up quick.
Is the chamber helping with some of that? How does the chamber? So we've worked with both Lamarck and the city of Texas City as well. How does the chamber work with those organizations and kind of helps promote what's going on in the city as well?
So the shrimp boil is something that we put on. As far as Bayou Fest goes, we co-host it. So I'm actually in charge of all of the cookers. So perk for me, I get to eat all of the good food at the cook-off. So Bayou Fest is huge, and it's another community thing. City of Lamarck hosts it. We co-host it. And it's also part of the Triple Crown Cook-Off, which is a huge deal.
Big deal.
Big deal. But yeah, so when it comes to events, we co-host it. We're huge with networking and getting the connections that you need to host your events. And I mean, anything that you kind of need with event help. We blast it on social media. We have newsletters. We have electronic newsletters. We have e-blast. All that kind of stuff that we help our members with and our communities with. So
that's what we need with our taco cook-off and everything else that we do every day.
And as a
you
member,
have my email.
As a member of the chamber, we can do that.
Yes. As a member of the chamber, you get free e-blasts, and there's a whole bunch of benefits as far as marketing connections and all of that kind of stuff when you become a member.
Here's what I'm going to do, because, email is great whenever you get a response back, which you are the best, because, like, we've sent out so many emails, and it's just, like, waiting for my phone, like, refreshing. But I understand people are busy. I'm just going to, like, write down all the info for the Talk of Taco Cook-Off on one of these sticky pads and take a picture and email it to you.
You can also email me the graphic. So
this will be it. Just blast that out.
Draw a taco.
Yeah, we'll just draw a taco and be good to go from there. But no, we have all that stuff, and the United Way has it too. But we're excited.
We love the United Way also. We did a book drive earlier, to get the kids ready for school, and we work with the United Way all the time. They're amazing.
They are. Curt, what are you thinking?
Leanne just sent, I think I'm saying his name right, sent a lamb curry picture to our Facebook page because that's what he's
I
eating
love
right now.
curry. Good for him.
Lamb
I like
curry.
curry, too.
In the UK, let's go.
I would try it. I'm down to try anything. Is there anything else that y'all are like experimenting with? Like, is this like potentially on the menu maybe for like the meal prep or like I would be if I was back there and I worked as a barista, once before for like actually like a calendar year, January and December.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm done. But I was just like mixing drinks and doing stuff. Does that ever happen?
Yes, our staff always thinks they come up with this is the next big smoothie,
Of course.
So they're always mixing. They're the mixologist in the back. They're always doing something. But we do have the pumpkin spice coming back for the fall. And for Christmas, we're trying to come up with a Christmas smoothie. So I don't know. I'm thinking like a ginger snap, something with,
Ooh, I love ginger.
Yeah. So
Yeah, gingerbread is good.
yes, absolutely. So we have our pumpkin spice coming back, and then probably a gingerbread smoothie for Christmas. We also there's a juice that I've been making. I've been experimenting with the juices, and so I now make this juice with apple, ginger, lemon, and what else do I add in there? Apple, ginger, lemon, and a little bit of turmeric, and it's so good. And cinnamon. I put cinnamon in it. I call it the apple pie. I haven't put it on the menu yet.
What is turmeric?
It's a spice.
Okay.
It's a spice, but it's really good for inflammation. It's like same thing with the ginger. Ginger is real good for inflammation. If you have problems with your stomach and your digestive system, ginger is really good.
Or even when you're sick. I know turmeric and ginger
turmeric
and
is
lemon
good
are great.
for that.
Here's a
Yeah.
suggestion from Jordan. He said eggnog, maybe for Christmas. I love going like
healthy
HEB,
eggnog.
pouring some of the eggnog.
Yes, as a smoothie.
That would
With a
be
little
very
bit
good.
of cinnamon in it.
Yeah. Oh wow, that sounds
suggestion.
good. Great suggestion.
That'd be fun. Hey, so I think we didn't touch on exactly where y'all are located yet. And if somebody hasn't been, we kind of touched, what y'all offer.
Yes.
How do they find you guys?
Come to World's Gym. We're located at 10,000 M&F Lowry Expressway, Suite 4001B. We're right below World's Gym, right next to Palais Ross. So if you've ever been to the old Mall of the Mainland, now it's Shops of the Mainland, we are right there below the World's Gym. You can find us or follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Get Naked Fit. So we're still using that handle, Get Naked Fit. And then when it pops up, it'll say Juice Jam Nutrition. So, yes, come Get Naked Fit with us at Facebook.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, who helped with the logo? Did y'all do that?
No, we had a guy do it for us, Sawwell. His name is Pastor Sawwell. I can't think of Pastor Lloyd. Lloyd Sawwell made the logo for us. We just gave him our creative energy. So we were thinking juice jam, maybe we can have the juice being smashed into a jar, or
Yeah.
maybe we can have fruit with smiley faces. And then once we got it, the employees were like, maybe we can have fruit and they're holding dumbbells and they're masculine, and maybe the lady had the banana is a silhouette and she has on a bathing suit. I was just like, okay, y'all going way too far. But yeah, we decided to stick with what we had originally created with our smiling faces on the fruit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cute.
Being a business owner, how does it make you feel to know that you are providing, jobs and income to people in the community?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a really awesome feeling. I've had people come through. I had a guy I hired one time, and he came and he had been trying to get a job there for some time. And I didn't have a need at the time, but when he came, he pulled me aside. He's like, I'm homeless now, and I really need a job. And it just does something to your spirit when you know, okay, you can be a blessing to somebody else. And so I sort of helped him transition into, okay, let's get you a job. Now let's figure out why you're homeless, because he was a kid, 17, 18 years old. So what happened? So I told him how he needed to talk to his mother, because I'm a mother, and I'm like, hey, this is what your mom is expecting. This is what you should have did. This is what you didn't do. Here's how you get back into your home, And so just having the opportunity to be a blessing to somebody it's an incredible experience. It's an incredible feeling when you're able to do something outside of yourself.
Yeah.
It's selfless, it's that selflessness that I love.
Last year, I remember during Thanksgiving, y'all fed a lot of people. Just like,
Yeah.
hey, you need a meal? Come get a meal. It's Thanksgiving. You deserve to have a meal. And can you share, I guess, what happened during that experience? Is that something y'all are going to potentially do again?
I don't know if we're going to do it again this year. Last year we did it, and then I know Misty was able to even go to Galveston and take some meals over there.
awesome.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful experience. We typically try to give for Christmas, like the churches that do the angel tree. We'll give a donation to the churches so that they can buy gifts. So this year we'll come up with something. I don't know if it'll be that particular
The exact same thing.
the
again?
exact same thing, but we'll definitely either give financial to a church, give a donation so that they can help families, or we'll put something together or get some donations where we can have people come in and just grab the food. Because last year we did that as well. We were able to feed at least 100 people, and then we also, prior to Thanksgiving, we gave away, I think it was like 75 dinners. So we had what's his name? We had someone here locally to do all of the turkeys. He smoked the turkeys and hams for us. He's gonna kill me if he's watching this. He's like, "What do you mean you don't know my name?" But he did the turkeys and hams for us. We got a lot of people to do donations of the sides, and so the community came together. All of the food that we had was pretty much donated. Jerome Karam donated like 70 turkeys.
Wow.
We got donations from Cook Ford. He donated like another 50 hams. A lot of the guys in the plants, Stacy Crawford, he started a campaign for us at one of the plants that he works for, and got a lot of the guys to just, hey, I got some ladies who are trying to do some good things in the community. They gave a donation so that we could get more meat. Stu Garden did half of the sides, and then Pit Stop Barbecue did the other half. Pit Stop also donated all of the brisket. So it was a whole community effort they all came together to help us out. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, Pit Stop, they're some of our partners here. In any event that we've ever needed, they've given us what we asked for and more. Like, hey, we're going to go out and we're trying to feed these people for this event, or man, they've always answered the call.
Our baby shower cook-off. Our baby shower cook-off. No, our baby.
Are you trying to tell us something?
No, we did a community baby shower.
Oh, okay.
No cook-offs.
No cook-off. No cook-off. Man. But we did a baby shower for like a community baby shower, and Pitt did like 75 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was like, we just asked like, hey, if you could give something, and they're like, we'll do 75 pounds. And we're like, what?
Where did that number come from?
They're like, that should be easily enough for 400 people. And we ended up having 400 pregnant ladies or who had just had a baby in our building, getting prayed over, getting free like strollers and everything. And so the Pit Stop really does give back to this community, and we're proud to partner with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times there's businesses and they want to give back. Not even just businesses, there's individuals, and you don't know how to do it or a good spot to do it. So I love whenever, people like yourself and Naked Nutrition and Juice Jam say, hey, we'll do this. Take the lead, because we have to do that. It's our community.
Yeah.
And if we don't do it, people may come from the outside and do it, but we should take the initiative, and I love that y'all are able to do that and get back.
Jordan, and I got to make sure I get this right, owns ET Lockouts. It's a new company. They help you unlock your cars all the way up through Houston, so they will come and open up your cars, which is awesome. He said if you guys are doing it again this year, to reach out to him at jordanporty@gmail.com.
That's amazing.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
I think he was already commenting like, man, this is awesome. I appreciate this. I screenshotted it, so I'll text it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah, and there's, like regularly there's people that go out and take meals to Galveston, like on Saturdays to feed, a homeless population. And it's a reality, and it's sad, but, and there's things that we can do.
Yeah.
And, there's always something to do. And I think they regularly go out there and take meals and just, talk to people and see if there's any help that can be done. Right now it's 10:46. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We're broadcasting and streaming live on our Facebook page. If you haven't liked us yet, make sure you do that. If you have any questions, maybe you want to get involved in one of these events, then let us know. And also make sure that you go check out Juice Jam, at Get Naked Fit. That's their handle. You can find that on Instagram. You can find that on Facebook. And you can always learn more. So what's the best way to get a hold or find the chamber on the internet or social media?
So social media, it's at Texas City Landmark Chamber. So TCLM Chamber. Those are our handles for Instagram and Facebook. And you can also find us on the web at www.tclmchamber.com. And you can also, if you have any questions or anything else about possibly joining or even volunteering for an event, you can also email me at lauren@texascitychamber.com.
So I haven't stopped by in a bit. I want to apologize for that.
I
Just
know.
to come
What
and say hi.
happened to your tire?
So the tire dilemma is still going on. No joke.
That's what I hear.
100%. Yeah, I had Kurt coming. Well, I Ubered to work on Monday. Kurt was like, "Why didn't you call me?" I was like, "Because I didn't want to be late." You know. He picked me up late on Tuesday for work, and I was like, "All right, fine, I'll do it." So, but we got here.
Yeah.
And so today I got my car back, but there's like a spare on it, and there's a guy that hopefully knows what he's doing who's going to weld like the inside of the rim that has a
Nice.
puncture in there. So I'm hoping that fixes it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. So I'll probably be back next week.
Sounds good.
So I'll stop in a Discount Tire and go hang out at the chamber. I love it there.
So can I send
I
a
got to finish the book.
Wait, oh, yeah, that's right.
what book?
The book about baseball. The book about
Wow.
Joe Torre's brother. Yeah.
Dang. How often do you go to the chamber? Because I feel like
Well, I haven't been in a bit.
Well, what's cool is that he actually comes and gives us love and says hi.
Yeah, I'm just
Just
at Discount Tire and walk over.
Just saying, Kurt.
Just Discount Tire is probably like, not this guy again.
dang.
In my car.
I just never think about going. Never
4
mind.
minutes away.
Yeah,
4
4-minute
minutes.
walk.
It's so close.
4-minute drive
From what? From here?
from here. It's 4 minutes.
If that, depending on, speeding and running red lights.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
We do have waters and some sodas for you and a little bit of snacks,
And then
I'll
it may take
come.
4.5 to get to Juice Jam.
which is awesome. I
Four there.
love that she's so
4.5.
close to us too. So
Yeah.
See?
I will come if you help promote Talk of Taco Cook-Off.
Well, we need to come bring some
perks
documents.
of being a member, we
Yeah.
can do that.
I am going to
Yeah.
send you a co-host request right
Okay.
when we get done. Okay. All right.
good.
All right. We're all good? Texas Showdown
you
over?
good?
Are you Texas Showdown over? Okay. Everyone's happy.
How many bangs did you drink this morning, Kurt?
Just
3.
one. What?
What?
Did you have one before we went and worked out?
No. I needed one before we went and worked out at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
4:30.
Well, it was a 5:15 workout, so I just got to, make sure that.
Gardy's like, hey, I didn't have to leave my house until 5:05.
No, I didn't. I left at 4. Well, I woke up at, maybe you're right. I left like at 5:05. Actually, 5:06. I left my house at 5:06 and got there early.
Brutal.
So we're going to take a quick break on the FM. Keep it going on our social media stream. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Coming up next is a song by Toby Mac. Ethan put this in. I miss Ethan. Maybe one day he'll come back and hang out with us in the studio.
The only way Ethan's coming back is if you download the KHEA radio app, search for it in the Google Play Store and the App Store today.
Ethan. But our new intern, Eldridge, is
He's
friends
gonna
with
put in.
Ethan and just puts in words.
How often do you tell him that we talk about him? Because I don't want to get his big head.
You don't? Okay, good.
Awesome. So we are broadcasting live right now on our Facebook page. You can also go back and rewatch this at any point on our app on KHEA Radio. We're also streaming live right now to our channel 46.2 audience in Houston. So if you guys are tuning in and you haven't gone and liked our Facebook page, just search for KHEA Radio. You can kind of see the same thing that you see on your TV right now. But on the Facebook page, we also post a lot of cool stories and videos, including the one this morning for the City of Texas City Pump Station.
Yeah, so we're on Spotify and iTunes, and if you go back to last year, I think starting in August of last year, you can listen to every episode of Kickstart that's been recorded since August, and it's slowly being we're backlogging. Actually, Eldridge is, and he's doing an amazing job. But going back, sometimes it's like a little cringeworthy. We like to look to the future, but I'm like,
That's where we were
what's going on?
a year ago.
So hopefully we'll be even better in next year. Just like listening, I'm like, these guys stink. I wouldn't listen to this.
Yeah, how did people tune in?
Mm-hmm.
How did any of you guys were fans of us? Fans is weird, but you guys were listening to us.
We were.
How?
Yeah.
How?
So if you go back, we were on a Dr. Tapa cleanse, and that was the first one. So we were probably going, to every day to Naked Nutrition and hanging out.
How?
Eating some
How
food.
did you listen to
Well,
us?
you had some really great guests on. So Dr.
That's
Copper.
It is.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
you guys
then
People
and then
tune in
you-
for the guests.
Yeah, and then you advertised the strawberry lipo girl, and I went over there and did it. I can't Vanessa. She had the gym over off of 45, and I went and did the strawberry lipo. I was like, yeah. So you always have good information.
We went and worked out there, and it was like,
It was the Halloween one, wasn't it? Or
Well,
it
was
was
it?
dressed up costumey because I wore the hot
A
dog
hot
suit.
dog.
it was glow,
Glow in the dark.
Yeah, so the
Hot
lights
dog.
are off and like black lights, and then it was like, here's some paint if you want some. I'm like, like, sure. So yeah, we did that, and that was pretty fun. It's fun. It's cool to do stuff like that because it makes it different.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, you get excited about the event or working out, and you almost have to do that, especially whenever some things are like routine. Like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Get up, make cooking fun. Like sing, put some music on, get the family involved.
What do you do for fun at the chamber?
So I'm really excited about.
Probably looking out the window, waiting for my car to come by, discount, be like, Gardy's coming. That's
I
what everybody
sit
does.
there every day like this.
Gardy's coming. It's gonna be fun.
So I'm really excited about women in business and young professionals. So women in business, every once in a while we'll have a luncheon at the chamber, but it's really exciting to go to a lot of our chamber members who have event venues or just any other place that we can accommodate.
Thank you
quite a few
Thursday.
people.
That's probably fun.
Thank You Thursday is a bunch of fun, especially when you surprise people with food, because we bring donuts or cookies and stuff, and we just thank community members and chamber members who have a positive impact on
That's
the
cool.
community. And I mean, a lot of people who go above and beyond and help people and all that stuff, they don't really get a lot of thank you. They're so we just want to say that we appreciate everybody.
Hey, this is going back to get Juice Jam, but didn't someone just get married?
Yes, Missy just got back from the Dominican.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I was
she went to
living
the
through those
Dominican.
photos.
Her and Jamoso tied the knot, so they are officially married. They're officially one. So
Congratulations.
yes.
Go them.
All the photos were so beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, there was like the beach and everything looked awesome. I was like, where? That's not Galveston. She's on a honeymoon.
She's on her honeymoon in the Dominican.
If you put a filter on a picture of Galveston, it could be
Yeah.
It can happen.
Put a filter on anything and it makes it better. My face included.
Including us. Hey, did y'all ever download that, was it the Face app where you can make yourself look old?
No.
Never did that.
I did. Gave all my info straight to the Russians. Maybe they're watching now. But it was fun. It was scary. I deleted it. Yeah, I was like, no, I don't want that. I showed Curt. I was like, I don't think it looks like him. He was like, that looks just like you. I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Deleting. It was very eerie and
It was
weird. I'll
how
just wait
Yeah.
till I'm
I
80.
just said, no, I think I'll stay this way. So I didn't even download. I was like, nope, I don't want to know what I'm going to look like old. I'm going to look like this forever.
You looked exactly the same in every picture that you sent me. Like, it was just me that changed.
Oh, yeah.
You got super, super old.
I did, and Gardy stayed the same. And I was like, man, clearly we don't work together in the future. Because you cause me gray hair, and apparently I don't cause you gray hair.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was going to try and find that photo, and I don't know, because I have like thousands of photos on my phone. That one was hilarious because it's the cartoon version, and it made the cartoon versions of us turn
nice.
old.
Uh-huh.
But it was just me.
You're the only one that got old.
Gardy, you got 30 seconds. You're wasting. You're
30
racing
seconds to
the
find
clock.
this. It's not
Racing
gonna.
the clock.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah,
Somebody
we're gonna go
said
back
the
on
other
the
day
FM.
that we need to stop hitting like the table when we're on the
It gets
show.
loud.
That's
well,
true.
they're like, that's not very professional as
It's
a radio
not.
station, and
Oh.
we're like, we're never gonna get invited to the young professionals if we never do this.
That's the cutoff.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see what I did there?
You bang on the table. It picks up on the mic. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Right now it's 10:55. We have a little bit of time left. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11. I'm Gardy,
And I'm Curt.
and we're hanging out with Lauren. We're hanging out with Shauna, talking about some business that is taking place here in our area. Tech City Lamarck Chamber has been here for 50 years. Why should somebody join the chamber if they have a business?
So again, we're just advocates for business. We're advocates for the community. We help you have a voice when it comes to legislative stuff. We also are a great connection hub. We are anything that you kind of need, as long as we're positively impacting the community,
Mhm.
it's an awesome little group that we have. So
Agreed.
And I say little when we're almost 1,000 members, but but people are phenomenal. When she was talking about giving back, we have small businesses to big businesses like Marathon and all of that who constantly give back to our community, and it's just nice to have people that we represent who are great like that, whether it's providing jobs or donations or any type of involvement. It's really awesome.
Shauna, can you remind everybody where you're located, what the name of the business is, and then maybe what y'all offer? Why should somebody come check you guys?
Juiced Jam Nutrition. We're located at 10,000 Emmett F. Lowry Expressway. We are right below World's Gym at the Shops of the Mainland. You can Google us, and it'll bring you around to Juiced Jam Nutrition right next to Palais Royal. Come and see us if you're looking for a healthier option, a healthy lunch, meal prep. If you want to do a juice cleanse, we offer that as well. So come out, check us out. We have a healthy alternative for you. And if you need some nutritional counseling, we can provide that service as well. So just come and check us out. We have what you need to stay healthy.
All right. Well, we've had an awesome show, and we are excited for tomorrow. What do we have going on tomorrow? It's Thursday. It's going to be a busy day. I think we're shooting like 2 or 3 Shine on the Marks tomorrow. 2. Okay, that's going to be our first time to do multiple in one day, but we're trying to get ahead.
And then on Friday, we're shooting another, and then we're doing a Southern Sass commercial shoot as well. But coming up tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we're talking to Ron Carter from League City. They're our newest partners here at KHEA Radio.
Cool.
So we're going to be finding out how, if you're interested in buying a new car, how
We're
you
all
can...
getting Hellcats.
We're
going racing.
You get a Hellcat. You get a Hellcat. So we're super excited. And then we're going to be talking to the city of Lamarck as they gear up for a budget change, I guess they're gearing up for next year's budget, but this is the first time that they're going to have to raise taxes in a while, and so they're going to talk about why they're doing that and the benefits that they're going to have for the city. And then also we're going to be talking about knockerball, which is kickball.
We'll find out.
In a bubble. We're going to have some videos and stuff to show you as well, and maybe a demonstration in here with knuckerball.
Let's go. So it is 10:58. We're going to end the show. Be blessed. Stay tuned. Check out this spot from our friends and partners, Burger Nation NASA.
This is Gardy with KHEA Radio. I'm at Burger Nation NASA with the owners, Mike and Tony. Mike, where is Burger Nation located?
Guys, we're right here by NASA Space Center. We are 1400 East NASA Parkway. If you have seen the McDonald's with the astronaut on top, we're right across from there.
Tony, where can somebody go to find out more information about Burger Nation?
Guys, you can check us out on Facebook, Burger Nation NASA. You can like us on Instagram and also check us out on our website, burger-nation.com. That is burger-nation.com.
Come ask for, come demand the Kickstart Burger.
Only at the Burger Nation.